Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. I am sorry I'm on so much later than I said I was going to be. Let's try to get the lighting on here. Who's jumping on? Oh, I know you get it. And oh my gosh, we're going to have, I have a story to share with you, but let's get the lighting on here a little bit better so that we can see the cards. If you're joining me live, I would love for you to give me a hey, hey. I'm going to catch up on a couple comments here. Yes, I had snuggles with my grandson, my first one. Okay. Let's try to I'm in my daughter's room today. She's got this big screen TV right next to me. Ooh, this might work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hardly have any room. Let's see. Okay, thanks for bearing with me, you guys. And it's nice to get a couple of you on here. If you're new to my channel, hey, I'm Michelle. My name is Michelle Christides, and welcome to Angel Insight. And I am here. Actually, I'm sorry, guys. You may or may not know that this is actually take 2. Okay. The other night, a couple nights ago, this oracle came through. And this is an energy forecast oracle. This is for the next 3 weeks. There's actually a lot of specific information here. I do believe that your team brought you to this channel, brought you to this reading for so much purpose. It's kind of mind-blowing, to be honest. So just hold tight for a moment and go within, because I feel that many of these details I'm sharing are coming in to assist you, actually. We just had a major oracle healing. So welcome to Angel Insight. I am an oracle healer. I am a healer. I am an oracle. I am a shaman. I work with crystals, plants, animals, all the things. And today we're doing an energy forecast. And holy crap balls, okay? I've got major goosies. They're everywhere. A couple nights ago, I went live with this, and the energy of this oracle was so huge, it crashed, okay? It literally crashed the system. I was like, what the beep? Okay, because it was the most intense energies I have ever received doing Oracle. So welcome to my channel. Those of you that are here that know me, I want to be a little bit more transparent. Okay, let's move the cloth aside. Let's slide that veil across and be a little bit more transparent. I do set up a sacred space for every oracle. It is of my highest good to do so because I am deeply sensitive, okay? And I pick up on all those big bad boys, no matter how deep or how embedded they are. And this was the most intense, and it just happened again. So I actually got to snuggle with my grandbaby. Thank you for your patience. And I was ready to come on, and I set up my sacred space. I did my thing, and holy crap. So, channeled message from just the holy crapville to get to the point to be able to come on. Okay. Because trust me, there is a huge healing here going on. Trust me. And I want you to drop it like it's hot in the comments when it appears, when you're aware, when you know, because channeled message of what just happened. For whatever it means, the things you experience for many are few in between. Okay? So those of you that come here are extremely special. Not that not all people are special, but you are so unique, and it is that uniqueness which is actually your power. And I could, trust me, it was a major. So I'm kind of getting in between the message here, and it's very important. For whatever it means, the things you experience for many are few and far between, but you have so much expertise, and you have much experience and expertise. Remember the trees. Who am I talking to? Well, I know based on the activation, I did go live for 18 minutes the other day, and I just want to be more transparent. What's Michelle talking about? Because I know that I'm not being clear, but I was feeling energies that made me feel like I wanted to rub my foot off. Okay, I was feeling energies that were very deep and intense. And this is a testament of who you are, a testament of who you are. And maybe you know who you are, and maybe you don't. Maybe it's step by step. I understand. But trust me, you are coming here and you will come together for this oracle in particular. I can feel it in every fiber of my bone, in every cell in my body, that you have been brought here for this oracle for special purpose. So thank you, because it is because of you that I can even, I think, experience these energies. But in a lot of ways, I was just taught something, okay, and how to go into it a little bit different next time. But I can feel these intense energies. I feel them in my palms, I feel them in my feet, okay? So I know that you are so powerful. You are. Please believe me. Okay? Many of you, there are things that try to knock you off track, make you think you're crazy, okay? Or that you want to be, or that you want to be. This is a testament of your mission, okay? And we're finding each other so that we can support each other. Emma's here. I would take Snuckle. Oh, she's not here. Ah, yes. I got an oh yes. Emma was here earlier. I would take snuggles with my grandchildren over anything. Exactly. Goosebumps. Okay. So how can we step forward for the exactly our children, our grandchildren, ourselves? How can we empower ourselves to be firm? And that's what I was guided. Okay. So this all just came down. I did not know it was going to happen. And I have to tell you, I was guided by my team, which I have to fight to communicate with because of these energies that try to block. And this is not a conspiracy, I'm just stating it. And I believe that this is how it is for you too. You get your signs, you get your synchronicities, you have your knowings, okay? But there's a change going on for each and all. There is an activation, is a root chakra activation. And this is the energy forecast for the next 3 weeks. And it is kind of like playing Candyland. Do you like my tie dye? Why? Because some of you are going to be orange, pink, purple, green, all the above, one of each. Okay. We're going to get specific, but it's kind of like playing Candyland. We're all drawing a card. We're going up the ladders, down the chutes. Some are going to feel pulled back, some are going to go way ahead. Either way, it's going to cause for many of us some anxiety, some frustration. Okay. For many of us, it's going to create a lot of worry. Okay. Steadfast. Know who you are. Go here. Ground yourself and take a moment to do a checkup from the neck up. Maria. Oh no, I said that wrong. Myra. I am so glad you are here. Oh my gosh, I have major goosebumps. So it looks like Maria, but it's Myra. I met her at the food truck. Yay. Okay. So this is going to be probably, I feel we've done some really powerful oracle, but this is going to be something. Okay. So all of you who find your way here, oh man, it has so much purpose. So hang tight and really go within and find out, because I feel that you were brought here to assist you, so that you can put the doubts at bay, so that you can hold the vibration, so that you can have the support and the knowing. And trust me, we got all the feels on every pile. I know many of you that are here, you are grid workers, and you feel, and we are here to help you with these feelings. Because what just went down with me, if I wasn't aware, what just happened before I went live, clearing the energies, right? Yeah, perfect. Timing is perfect. Exactly. Trust in all of this. Do you see the things we're talking about? The meetup with Myra. She came to the food truck and we met, and she is here a week ago, right, girl? Casual conversation. We just knew. Divine timing. Trust it, know it, hold it. Okay? That is part of who you are. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Adam, do you have Zoom? I do have Zoom, Adam. Is there a reason that you're saying that? Do you feel like it would be a better filtration? I'm just curious. Better stream. Um, Welcome to my channel. I've never seen you before. So I'm glad that you found your way here. Just so you guys know, for those of you, can you send the Zoom link? I'm actually not on Zoom currently, Adam. I'm actually just live on YouTube. Okay. So you can come back here anytime. I do all my Oracle live, y'all. So if you're new to my channel, you can come back. Okay. A lot of my Oracle can be long. Some of you know I have gone 8 hours. Yes. And why is that? It's how I am individually built. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Hello. Okay. 11:11, that's speaking out to some of you in particular. I'm using my hands a lot. Ooh, we got a lot of new energies coming in, a lot of people assimilating and touching and learning something new. Yeah, I feel it. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Will you own it? Will you hold it? Will you have the conviction to be firm, to be sovereign? Okay? Because I'm getting that this is so important. All right. I know I'm on a soapbox. I am feeling passionate. Man, we are in the energy. We are in it. So feel free to come back. I will not be offended. Trust me. Take me on a hike and listen to me in your ears. Great. Let's do it. This is a community. We will always be here. I've been here for years, and I will continue to stay. Everything is guided. Everything. Okay? So I am the facilitator. I am the facilitator to who? To you. Those who are on the path of mastery, those who know that there's something going on, they can't quite touch it necessarily, assimilate it. The puzzle is not put together, but you know what's up, and you were brought here for purpose. Okay? So first of all, I did a pre-shuffle. It's activation time. This is very specific information for the next 3 weeks. We're going to get into it. I mentioned it's like Candyland. So if you've ever played Candyland, you grab, well, first of all, the board is all color. So we're talking about your communication system, and in particular, with that root chakra activation, that is like manifestation of the here and now. How do you communicate with the universe at large, to your team? Okay, this is a huge part of this oracle, and the feels are coming in. The feels are coming in. Okay, so that's something that's coming on board for all of you in different ways. Remember, we're all unique. We're all unique. So it is activation time. This is going to hit us in different ways. Some of you are going to go through all 4 colors in the next 3 weeks. Some of you are just going to have hit and miss. Okay. There's no judgment. There's no anything. We're all at different points of where we are. Okay. So I love this because we're on the brink of a very special time. I've noticed the patterns in the last couple years since I've awakened. There seems to be a pattern for those of you who are on the mastery path, which is what? It's all about understanding your uniqueness, right? And embodying that uniqueness back into the community at large, right? So it's double fold, right? Okay. So, anywho, I was getting a little twisted there for just a moment. These energies are really coming in to help a lot of people end a cycle, begin a cycle. So the patterns, there's a yearly pattern about this time we're wrapping up something. It's not just a new year thing, okay? We tend to go into a new collective challenge in February, March. Okay, so we're being prepared in many ways, and we're ending the other challenge. And some of us are just jumping on the train, and we have a couple challenges at hand. Okay, so we're all unique in this energy in different ways. All right, so what is the activation? We did some pre shuffle. We're going to get into it, but I am talking to the teachers out there. I'm talking to the Lemurians. Okay, I feel in many ways the ascended Lemurians. Interesting. Those who have come here to assist everybody to do what? To increase their frequency, not just the vibration, folks. It is not enough to change just your vibration. You must change your frequency in order to change your experiences. And this is what I dibble dabble and do, and I believe you do too. Okay, this is where we're going, folks. Okay, so as you get familiar with me, I'll kind of sprinkle some things, but this is, all about bringing the truth of the energy that is at hand, and it is intense. Okay, so let's go on this ride together. We're going to get into the activation. Right before I went live, I got all this information a few days ago. And right before I got live, I was like, hey, are we ready to rock? And I was getting, no, you do not have everything. Go get more oracles. So we're going to do collective. We're going to take a look at these energies. Okay. So we've got the crystals here. You guys know this is my bread and butter. The crystals for me come in, and you will hear me a lot refer to the crystals paired with plants. So just to kind of get control of the energy that is in this space together. Okay, we are in here in a portal together, if you will. Right, we're opening up, we're hanging out together. The blast of energy was in here. I was so fortunate to activate a couple of my attunements, and it was very specific. It was selenite and poinsettia, and it was kayanite and grapes. And both of these crystals, if you will, and coordinating plant, and that's how I work. Okay, so if you're new here, I feel just hang with me if you've been here, but if you're new here, we talk about crystals, the energy coming into our energetic system is what crystals can assist us with. And the floral helps with how it leaves our energetic system. Okay, so this is why we pair them up. And so we're not going to jump into those specifically, but I do find it extremely incredible that both that I was led to activate, they actually do not need kayanite and selenite. They actually cleanse. There's no level. They don't have to be. So if you know anything about crystals, selenite is what you use to cleanse your crystals. Okay. Kayanite is what you use. It like never has to be charged. Okay. All right. And they're both part of the Cambaran, which is a class that I'm teaching. So I'm just going to mention that. I want you to check it out. If you're getting any hits here, I want you to check it out. I just think it's funny. I just grabbed this out. I just noticed. And remember, I just said I pre-shuffled the activation. Okay, this is pre-shuffles. Just wait for the magic. It's going to come in. Okay, spirit is here hardcore. And we are definitely talking to Lemurians. I just took this out of my bag. And what are we going to do? Well, I like to show sometimes. It's important. We're going to do over here, we're going to do 8 shuffles. That's right. So we got that number 8 coming in. Okay. And we're going to take a look at the current structure. That's what we're going to look at. Okay. So let's go ahead and get together here. Yeah, I can feel the carnelian. I can feel the power. Okay. And that's because, hold on tight. I mean, I am soul jolted. I'm feeling a little bit all over the place, and that's okay. It's all good. Okay. Here is the channeled message for our collective. I'm being reminded to go back for just a moment. No matter, okay, I'm sorry, just a moment. So I did a channel message for all of you is the song Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Okay, it's one of her biggest hits. We have music, we have books, we have all kinds of things that come in to speak to us. The song Time After Time, I encourage you to go in and watch the official video. How does it speak to you? What does it say? I was specifically getting the words of the refrain, okay, to be in particular. And this song is a love song, and it's about an ending and a new beginning. Okay, so and it's actually was her number one first hit. Okay, that she wrote in collaboration with somebody else. So I do feel that first of all, these energies that we're talking about, they're affecting our relationships. Okay, so this is a collaboration, and keep that at the forefront over these next 3 weeks. Okay, um, but I went into a show and tell. That's what my team did, which is a combination of all kinds of stuff. And this is what came out. I could feel heat and cold at the same time going all the way down my energetic field. I could feel the heat on the back side, and I could feel the coolness on the front side. So we activated that selenite and that kaonite, that heat on the backside. So we're burning away something. And as we walk forward, we have the grapes to be nourished. We have the poinsettia, which is not, if you didn't know, poinsettia is not a floral, it is leaves. There's no waiting for the bloom, okay, because it is a combination of leaves. Did you know that? It doesn't flower. Okay, just a little fun fact. Extremely powerful energies. Okay, so this is what we have coming in for the collective. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and take a look at what is the alchemy at hand. Because what this is speaking about, I remember this somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to say it again. This is about the divine feminine in her authenticity coming up. So I do feel this carnelian. I feel this alchemy. I feel this power. Okay, I really, 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 really do. It feels so strong. And now that these energies have been, I've released some of them, thank God, because they were so powerful. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The magic is all about this hematite speaks about the iron, the fight, the warriors. Okay. And I feel that. Let's get this lighting right, guys. We're going to get it right. I feel the warrior here. Okay. That's what those energies. Oh my gosh. I don't know who. I'm going to work with this light. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. So the hematite always talks about this rich brown color, which is all about coming into balance, into this balance and owning and being firm in our sovereignty, right? Understanding our truth, feeling and honoring ourselves, our feelings, our knowings. Okay, you are knowers. Okay, how do I know that? I feel you. Okay, and not only that, you're meant to teach others about it. Yeah, you've got to listen to yourself. You've got to listen to yourself. This Hollandite speaks about, I mean, it kind of like actually, it's speaking and does speak to me very loudly about the movie, Michael Jordan, the cartoon movie, when he's playing with Bugs Bunny. What is that movie called? Oh my God. Drop it for me, guys. Remind me. Okay, but it's Bugs Bunny and he's playing basketball, but he just retired from the sport. And in the whole movie, he goes through this journey. He goes through this journey, and at the end of the journey, he decides to go back what he is good at, what makes him feel good. He doesn't listen to what everybody else says. And he goes back to who he is. And he is number 45. He listens to himself. And that's what this number speaks to me. Okay? That's what this number speaks to me. And we do have a structure shift going on right now. A structure shift going on right now. And it's huge healing. It's all about getting familiar with your special sauce, the ingredients that make you who you are. Who you are. And that's so interesting because in my mind's eye, I had this visualization of the Who's in Whoville. And you know how small they are and the smallest puddle and the smallest. And it's like the smallest little thing, the smallest little thing can make such a huge difference. And some of you came here just for that. Don't play it small. Oh my God, goosebumps everywhere. Don't play it small. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Peace and balance is at your side. Don't worry about what's leaving. Don't worry about what was. It's time for these energies to come into balance. Okay, so we're really getting into what is this collective energy coming in, okay? I mean, it's going to be all about balance. We are going super deep, deep, my friends. But at the same point in time, it's kind of like Wizard of Ozzy a little bit, but not to the whole part where, forgive me, where Dorothy is kind of whining. It's at the end when she discovers that the power was within her the whole time. There's no place like home, home to who you are, not questioning, not questioning what comes for you. I mean, this is what I feel it so strongly. That's why I'm feeling so passionate about you for not to play it down. You are so powerful. We need you. And it's like these energies, these lifetimes, these synergistic, dark, heavy energies that are universal and collective, you are familiar with them and they try to keep you from stepping into that sauce, that special sauce, that uniqueness of who you are. But it's time to let the cork fly. This is an ending. We're going to integrate this new structure. Okay? So yeah, there's the shift at hand, but we're going to wrap our brain around it and our team, and we're going to pop that champagne. This is success. We just need to see it. And more than see it, feel it, know it, sense it, smell it, hear it, touch it, taste it. We're going into the senses. The clairs are being activated. The clairs are being activated. And so this is a time to get familiar. Okay. Familiar with what? With the shift. Okay. Now these speak to me. Beautiful mandalas here, right? Aquamarine is all about the emotional body, and it is the quality of your emotional body that actually influences what you receive. And sometimes we receive, and some of you, I'm just going to say it, sometimes people think we're receiving a psychic attack, or is that your sensitivity? It's time to look at, it's time to really take a dive into those emotional body and see how it can lead you to the shift that we're speaking about. Okay? So let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper. There are many of you who feel forgotten. And this really actually and it's so much deeper than this. We're starting with the Lemurian timeline. That particular timeline was extremely difficult. And that's because we didn't have the discernment that we do now. So as we become one in our authenticity, which leads us to who we truly are, which is our abundance, which comes in many forms. I love this because this card always, when I pull this card, I always hear Papa don't preach. Papa don't preach. And isn't that unique that that's also Cyndi Lauper? And we have that song coming in, her first debut album. Are you potentially jumping into some new things? Are you feeling nervous? I know I am. Let's see. I was inside my dad's lungs, healing his severe COP this morning. Oh, gosh. So you were probably, if you're a feeler, Now, I love that you're mentioning that because a lot of people don't know that they feel. And so you might feel short of breath. You might actually, feel the need to cough because some of you, this is how your medicine works. You don't have to be the doctor. I'm a nurse by trade. I've been in healing my whole entire life. And guess what? When I work with you or with anybody who comes in to do a session with me, I don't really have to ask you too much about what you're feeling because I feel you. I pretty much am like, oh man, this is what I'm getting. How are you getting that? And I'm saying this with purpose because this is what many of you experience on a daily basis. And it's time for us to embrace that and to see beyond that. Okay, because there's purpose in everything. There's purpose in everything. This is an alignment to balance. This is an alignment for you. We said 11:11. The planets are aligning. Though everything around you is aligning. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you look at this? I feel this the shift. You see this structure in the mandala, this like square. It's like the wheel is turning and you don't want to be left behind. Not that you will, not that you will, because nothing ever comes that isn't for us. Okay. But it's like spirit is going out of the way, out of the way, so that you can find your way. Okay. Why? Because you have already done so much. You have already endured so much. So much that you feel that you have to shift and do things even more, but you don't. You just need to embody who you are and be firm with yourself and with those around you. You're so surrounded. Look at those angels. They're surrounding you in their wings. Okay. That's what I see. Angel wings all around you as you shift with the one, as you shift with the one. This oracle speaks to me in such a unique way. Of course, all that's coming, please, of course, it's yours. But it's like we're putting on this zinc. There's this protection. Okay. It's like, why do we do this? Okay. This is what this card reminds me of. We're putting zinc oxide so we don't burn our nose because it's painful and it can lead to blisters. You are so protected. You are so protected. Okay. And at the same point in time, are you taking full advantage of that protection? That feels very important. Wow, that's like that's like a whole nother oracle, is what I'm hearing. Okay. I'll keep coming back here. All right, let's look at this. The structure that we're shifting into is green tourmaline, okay? The authentic you. And I love this because what do you see? I'm getting the Whoville again, and in there is the turtle story, and they stack the turtles. Yertle the turtle, and Yertle the turtle is a king, and he says, "I want my kingdom to be as far as I can see." And he makes all of his subjects stack, 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 stack until they all tumble. And why is that? Because it doesn't matter what you rule. It matters if you feel your soul song. Do you feel the beat of your own drum? This is what matters. Okay? This is what matters. So we have this energy coming in. You're highly protected. We're blooming into something. You have not been forgotten. Your journey is very specific. Okay? So this is the energy. This is the forecast. This is how it's affecting those of you come here. You're going to know that you are so important, not only to God, the earth, humanity, yourself, your family, as we all are, but you need to know this. I feel it. I'm a healer also. Some of the people tell me they felt me. Aw, and thank me. Yes, Mary, of course. This is all about us stepping into something new. Something I believe in the next 5 years, honestly, thank God, thank you, God, that we are going to have a huge transformation into what true healing is. And what is true healing? Well, it's really, you know, aligning to different things. Okay. Let's just keep going. Okay. We're going to keep going. So we're talking to the, specifically on this Lemurian timeline. You've not been forgotten. And some of you feel taken and hunted. And this is why this warrior and this toughness, you are so strong. You can do anything. I know it. I feel it. Okay. But it's time for you to know that you don't have to. Okay. It's time for you to know that you don't have to. And look at this evil eye there in the center. Man, you are so protected. You are so protected. How can we just allow our magic? How can we just allow it to expand, right? And how can we just know that we are protected and just be who we are? Much like in our childhood. Excuse me, I have an 11-year-old, and Jordan, many of you have met her, and I just listen to her singing. She's just upstairs playing with her dolls, singing. I used to do that. How can we not ration? How can we allow who we are to come up and out of our being? Because you've had a lot of practice. Okay, so we've got an activation. Yeah, here we've got the Earth star, or the Earth is part of this. Why? Because it needs us to pay attention. It will take care of itself. But it's like everything and everyone are waiting on us. The animals are ready, the plants are ready, the trees are ready, the water is ready, the earth is ready, God is ready. It's us that need to find this holy grail, right? We're waiting for this special something to happen. This discovery, this aha moment. And I get it. And it's coming. It's coming. But the very first thing we have to do is we have to clear the space. Trust me. Some of you had a huge healing. Just coming here. I'm an oracle healer. That means every time you come here, naturally, I will be healing something because I'm not trying to toot my horn. I'm just saying I am that sensitive, and I'm honoring and I'm being firm with myself. And I'm grateful. Thank you for coming here and allowing me to step into my purpose. Thank you. I need you just as much as you may need me. So let's not be fearful. Let's trust in the messages that come. Let's stay heart centered, and let's collect the wisdom and really see the steps, everything we've been through. Amazing Mary, I was breaking up his nodules and gunk. Incredible that people feel you. Oh, and I'm sure your dad feels you too, my dear. I'm sure. Okay, so as a collective, we have a stargate. A stargate heart awakening is the energy that's coming in. Let's read this real quick. Heart chakra opening, unlocking, generosity. Okay, and so we have 4 different colors coming in. And what I love about the Stargate heart is it is the heart. The heart is the center. It is the center of your being. It's the center of your communication. It is the center of your chakras. It is the center of where energy moves through you. And many of us have blocks here. Many have blocks here. Okay, because it filtrates through. So it's just like imagine this traffic system. You're getting on the highway and you're going to get off on different exits. Okay, and that's how your body works together. Okay, and works on a whole. And everything that communicates also communicates in the same way. Okay, that's why sometimes you see numbers, sometimes you see, and it will resonate. You will know. Okay? You will know. So, like 8 years ago, this is coming up. 8 years ago, I used to do party light for 20 years, candle lady. Used to go and light up people's homes with candles. Now I light it up with spiritual knowledge. I'm always lighting something up, okay, which is great. Let's go. But I remember going to a party and heading home, and literally in my tracks, it was late. I spent the evening with a mom whose daughter, um, God, this is coming out. Okay, it's coming out for purpose. Whose daughter had a lot of seizures, and I just felt so much love for this family, and just wanted to stay and chat with her, okay, and help give her a moment. And it felt great in that moment to be able to be there for her. And on my way home, I kid you not, dead in my tracks, I counted 28 deer. 28 deer. I mean, I've seen a couple deer before. You seen a couple deer? But 28 in front of me, and I counted them. I took a picture. It's very blurry. I'll have to share it. I know I have it. It was such a surreal moment. Trust these moments, my friends. The universe is here to speak to you. Allow your heart, allow yourself to see, and to more importantly, to receive. Do you see that dove? It's flying and it's going through. There's communication coming in. The biggest way you're going to get this communication, my friends, the biggest way right now is through feeling, because that came in for every pile. Okay, so, whew, gosh. All right, let's go ahead and move into the piles. My goodness. Time after time, make sure you check it out. Okay, beautiful song, beautiful story. All right, so we've got this shift in the root chakra. There it is. The authentic divine feminine energies bring in the balance to the, different areas, and that's the colors. Okay, different areas, and there is a timing according to this. Aw, you guys, thank you. Aw, you guys are making my heart pitter pat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We've got four colors. And remember, it's like Candyland. Okay, so before we segue, you're getting a card. You're picking a card, and it says red block and then another block. Okay, and for some of you, you keep picking. You keep picking. So, what are we going to do over these next 3 weeks? I really encourage you to ground. Okay, so this energy forecast, ground your energy. This is actually super grounding. Literally, a big reason I know that I am an oracle is because it literally helps me ground the information by communicating to you. It allows me to ground the information because I mean, it keeps me from not going crazy. You should, some of the things I receive, y'all. Okay, and and I'm healing at the same time and closing different channels. Okay, so that's been a big part of my healing, because what happens is when we start going down those roads, which are all for us, um, we collect wisdom. We bring something back, and I'm mentioning this because this is what I feel. We're bringing something back. Okay, there's wisdom coming to us. It is through this crown chakra. There's information, this wisdom coming to us, but it's coming to us as a gift for the challenge, the challenges. Every challenge has a gift, my friend. And it's either your power, your connection, or wisdom. And for some of you, all three. Okay? Some of you, all three. And that is about the mastery. Okay? That is the mastery, and to be able to pay it forward. And to be able to pay it forward is amazing. Okay? And we're all students and we're all teachers. All right. So this Stargate heart is all about keeping that heart chakra open, unlocking, unlocking that heart chakra, and being generous, and more than anything, gracious. Okay. Now, there's so much energy here. What's speaking to you? I definitely see it's like, I love it. I feel like we're in flight. We're going through this energy. It is a choice, right? It is a choice. And like I said, 44:15 on the clock. Okay. is like this is all about helping you to be one with the shift. Okay, one with the shift. All right, so let's go ahead and get into pile number one. 44:30 on the clock. Balance is really huge for you, okay? And we've got something emerging for you. We've got the color orange. You picked the card from Candyland that's going to be red and orange. So it's a red block and an orange block. I've got the Emerge Oracle coming in. So that automatically means fast moving energy, 3 days. Okay, 3 days. I feel what happened was part of that for me. Okay, because I kind of feel like I'm going to have all the colors. I don't know about y'all. I always do it after, but I feel I'm in the orange now. Okay, and you know. Okay, this is fast moving energy, but it is so important for you to understand that this takes you to who you are. What I mean by that is it releases the delusion and the illusion because many of you feel forgotten. Many of you feel taken. Something was taken from you. And yes, I will say it was. But that was the challenge. And now it's time to claim the gift. Okay? So keep your heart open to receive. Keep your heart open to receive. Because as a warrior, you got that armor on. You're ready for the fight. You got to put the sword down. You got to take a deep breath and know that you did all you could. And you got to let that armor crack and open that heart to receive. Okay? To receive. All right, orange. This is also connected to another oracle I did, which was a three-part series, if you followed it, on the work of art about the orange. Okay, so I definitely feel that for those of you that are in this pile, we are talking about the orange. I can see it in my mind's eye right away. And I'm having a hard time remembering all the details, but it's Gwen Stefani, no doubt. They're singing. It's that video, and he's got the orange, and it's got like it's nasty, but then it goes back, and and it's like things go backwards, and it becomes whole and nutritional again. Okay, now this whole thing feels like part of you. Okay, and what I was feeling was the energy, the overdrive. But what's happening for you is there's a shift. We're shifting gears. Interesting. Okay. Now with you, I could get the feels right away. When I was in your pile, I was like, holy shit. Actually, excuse my French. I was like, wow, pile number one. I got all the feels. I was feeling very flushed in my face. And then I started to hear, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I had a song come in from my childhood, and it was identifying where the feels are coming in. Okay. So what I feel, it was like that. Remember that heat? We're feeling the heat on the backside, but that coolness on the front side. And I was feeling it from my nose blower. Okay, childhood song. So I feel this has a lot to do. I feel that you are an ancestral healer. I feel that it is beyond you. I feel that you are may or may not be aware that everything that you're doing is actually assisting in healing your ancestry, which is why it's so confusing and so big and so long. Okay. But this is coming in over the next 3 days to help you to shift into that overdrive. And what I was getting was pockets of heat going to be released, pockets of anger, actually, pockets of trauma. And I was getting from the bridge of your nose to your bread basket. So that's a song. I don't know if you know it, but I'm getting to sing it. Hand on myself. What is this here? This is my chin chopper, my mother dear. Chin chopper, meat grinder, nose blower, eye blinker, brain thinker, ring a dink a doo. Okay? We used to sing this in the car. So this is like, and my mom. So this could be related to your family. Okay, this could be relationships in your family, and beyond. Okay, but it's in that segment. Okay, I'm really feeling the heat right now. Okay, but it's in a good way because it's opening. There's something opening. I can feel it. Keep that heart open to receive. All right. Okay, so that's for number four. Okay, so that's for you guys. Let's go ahead and look at this emerge. We're going to do 5 shuffles, 5 cards. That's going to be your Oracle Orange. And what I was getting, first of all, is many of you have this side of mysticism. to you. Okay? And some of you get it and some of you don't. We've got some fast moving energy to come in to take you to your prosperity so that you can step into who you are. Okay? Step into who you are and know that you're meant to do that. So I feel many of you are meant to have a spiritual practice. Okay? You definitely meant to work with people. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I did a pre-shuffle. Story's going to come in. So that's why I mentioned the songs. Okay. That's why I mentioned the books, the movies, all the things that come in, they speak to you. And if you watch that video time after time, everything in that video does the same to her. It speaks to her. The universe speaks to you. Are you noticing? I'm getting you are. Okay. You're going through a transformation. And so it's a bit confusing. Look at all that orange in the background, okay? And that orange is all about the combination of red and yellow. So please, two facets, okay? As we bring into balance, as we tune in Tokyo, wow, okay, that's 16 candles, wow, okay. So as we're stepping into our authenticity, we're going to be one with integrating grace, one with integrating energies. Okay, so we have to give her some time to recover. So allow yourself to be guided by the story, by the synchronicity, by the things around you. Okay, at the same point in time, it's like you're stepping into this whole new world. Wow, so much coming in for you. Songs, movies, they speak to you. Allow them to speak to you. It is guiding you. It is guiding you. Okay. You don't quite see the whole picture. You feel the energy, you feel the burn, you feel the transformation, you feel the rebirth. You understand on so many facets, but you still don't see the whole picture. So thank you to your team for bringing you here to assist you, to allow you to gather. Oh, here we go, more story. Hansel and Gretel, the breadcrumbs, so that you can find your way back home. Because much like Hansel and Gretel, wow, okay, this is like really coming in huge. The stories that are still on bottom is that you felt lost. And that's because you felt in many ways taken. And I'm here to let you know that I felt that too. And I also like to let you know that it's true. We were on many timelines. Okay. But, but, and however, that is what makes you so strong and powerful because you have overcome what many have not. Do not forget that you have experiences that many wish they could understand because they are few and far between for them, but they are commonplace for you. You have much experience. Much experience. You have been climbing that mountain. You've been walking the trail. For you, it's about the journey. And that's the collection of your experience and your expertise. Okay. So how can you, it's so funny. I love this. My team is on fire for y'all. I love this. This is testament of who you are, pal number one, orange, because I'm hearing instead of let's go fly a kite, I'm hearing let's go take a hike. How can we get out there and plug our feet onto the earth and allow, because that's part of who you are. Okay. I'm feeling this movement. Okay, there's a lot of moving energy, and as you move, it's like there's this synergy. Okay, this magnetism. Interesting. Something is breaking through. I can feel that. It's coming to you. You're heading towards it, and it's heading towards you. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so what is this shift? Wow. It feels really magnificent. It really, really does. I just want to put this here for a moment. When you see the word legacy, when you hear planting seeds, what does that mean to you? What is the first, take a moment. What are the first couple things that hit you? Okay, when we say legacy, this is what I was getting. It's like, this is so big and it's beyond you. And this is how I can feel the universe speaks to me. Yeah, I love that, Myra, excuse me. And what I also love is how that connects here, because legacy is about what you leave behind. And it's about taking that communication, Myra, with the universe and allowing others to find their communication. Okay. And this is what the Lemurians, the ascended Lemurians did, is they taught in crystals. They taught in in um in all the ways of the earth, right? In the animals. And probably you all have these connections. It's just opening up the awareness, planting the seeds and allowing them to grow. Okay? Allowing them to bloom. And it's an alignment. It's an alignment, my friends, right? So let's go ahead and take a look, see what this shift is all about. It's about shifting what's beneath the surface. Look real close. This is our left side, okay? And what you see in the background is a lioness, is the warrior, is the one who fights for her family, who gets the food, rears the children, does all the things, but has this little competition for the eye of the lion, right? To be noticed. And this, in fact, it is that actual little bit of competition and feeling not good enough to be noticed potentially that is inherent in this group. And this is because of the experience that this particular collective endured. And it got into our heads. It got into the heads, because it was so traumatic. It pops us out of our authenticity, and it's interesting that you brought up the COPD, okay? Because when someone has COPD, what happens is, instead of oxygen, for most of us, okay, this is coming out for purpose, so hang with me. For most of us, when we breathe, it is our oxygen saturation which prompts us to take a breath, okay? But what happens when someone has COPD? We breathe in oxygen and we put out carbon dioxide. Okay. Which, interesting, my friends, is a sacred contract and agreement with the trees. And remember what I read earlier? I'm going to remind you. For whatever it means, the things you experience are few and far between, are for many, excuse me, the things you experience for many are few and far between. You have much experience and expertise. Remember the trees. Okay. Remember the sacred breath. When someone has COPD, what happens is it inverts. And instead of the oxygenation saturation causing the breath, it is the carbon dioxide which causes the breath. Okay. And this is very similar to the energy that I'm trying to experience and share about what was felt on the Lemurian timeline when we were not in this beautiful human form. We were more etherical, and it was more like babies, like shoving everything in their mouth. Okay. And we didn't have the discernment. Okay. We didn't have the discernment. And so just like when a kid puts something in their mouth and it can get stuck or lodge, it can cause a lot of trauma. Okay, I want you to kind of think of that. Okay, and so we're drawing the cards for chutes and ladders to go back, to capture, to move up, to go up the ladder, down the chute, whatever it takes, so that we can capture that energy to get beneath the surface, to allow that warrior to relax, to know that she's going to be provided for. Because the lioness, that energy, is not just about her, it's about the pride, it's about the family, it's about the whole. And that's your legacy. That's what it is for you as well. So you are not just healing you, my friend. No. Now, many people talk about the seven the seven generations before and after. My team, and I'm coming up for a specific, the angels have told me, not for you. For you, it's everyone before and everyone after. It is quantum 10001 on the clock. Wow. It is quantum. Okay? What I mean is when you make a change in your ancestry, it's on all timelines throughout all time. Time freezes and collapses. Is quantum. And it's really important for you to kind of see the vastness of who you are. The unmanifest, all that you are meant to manifest on this plane, in this on this plane, in our where we live. You are meant to manifest something big. I feel it's a healing practice. I feel it's something with frequency. Okay? You could be a healer, you could write music, you could do poetry, you could do art. Okay? But you are tapping into creation itself. Creation itself, my friends. And when you do that, when you tap into the creation to help yourself heal, when you see the dots, I just see a huge phoenix in here and a hawk at the same time. This is the energies I'm feeling. It's like the message comes to you, dun 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 dun. Mission impossible. You get the message, and then it goes in flames right away. Wow, this is so crazy and unbelievable. It is huge. The potential is so huge. Absolutely. Quantum healing. Yes. My other timelines. Yes. Yes. Yes, you are. And we're here to teach others to do the same. We are here to actually teach others to do the same and to use the powers of the all. And in many ways, those of us who come up with healing modalities, I believe that is what I've been led to do to help me to understand the potential. But it's just a tool for those who feel guided to preserve your energy. Because some of us, those of you that are coming here, you have so much experience. It's like you can put yourself in the shoes, and that includes the shoes of fear, anguish, doubts. You have been everywhere and all at once. You got what it takes, my friends. You are what we need. This is what we're going into. Okay? This is where we're going. This is the cycle. Okay? And what I'm hearing right now is literally we just did the Venus rose. I think I posted this about a year ago. We just completed a cycle in the cosmos and we've started another one. And this is your cycle. I feel it. Was it 8 to 10 years? Let's read it. Let's read it. Because we're talking orange and this is coming up in the orange, okay? What you don't know, but I know, is how these cards speak to me in the position and what they speak about and the communication coming through. This is the position of the orange. So we're going to read this. This is the position of your sacral. It is the Venus rose. It is cosmic. It is huge, okay? It is cosmic and huge. And we're talking about that root chakra, the unmanifest. So that's the first card, right? It was like, remember, we're red, orange. So red, orange is this information right here. So we're going to get into this. Actually, let's do your last two cards and then we'll get into that, okay? Because it wants to come forward. I can feel it. Okay. So it's like, yeah, and I'm feeling guided to do it like this. Okay. You know what's so interesting is there's this story that comes in about Lemuria. Oh gosh, look at that. Did you take a jump with me? There's this story that comes in and it's coming in again, related about how there is a community of Lemurians who were, this is a story, okay? See how it resonates. There is some Lemurians who were taken, um, and they thought to go teach somewhere else, okay, if you will. So let's just play with the timelines. Lemurians that were taken to Atlantis, and they were taken there to teach. And the Lemurians were all about the feminine energy, and the Atlanteans were more about the masculine energy. And so what resulted, if you will, was this push pull. And where are we currently? Still in the epoch of the Piscean age, which is male dominated. We're not specifically talking just about men, women, but we are talking about the genre, okay? The epitome of the energy. And so, because of that, because of that king energy, the Yertle and the turtle, okay, how he felt he was using to kind of climb others for him to have his power as far as he could see, okay? What it truly is all about is understanding what's inside of us, what makes us the abundance that we're talking about is that soul song to feel the grace and the joy and the bliss, okay, of the experience of life and not the trauma and the anxiety and the stress, okay. And for many of you this will be the epitome of what, um I do feel it so strongly that many of you are have a spiritually based business, and this is the epitome of why you do what you do, okay. It is the epitome of why you put yourself out at the forefront, is because you have literally done it so many times. It's that warrior, it's like that bull energy. You run into the storm, you're not afraid, okay, which is incredible. So there's this story about this man, woman, and then this all this crap that happens and this trauma. And it's like we are not playing that. It's all about coming into balance. It's about freeing that warrior, that woman, okay, those witches that were burned, but there were men. There were men in the epitome throughout history that were also burned for their spiritual practice and never really seen. Okay, they were never, really seen as necessarily the good guys. Okay, as Lemurians were, it was very accepted at that point that the woman would receive and that that would allow the family. Okay, I don't know really why I'm going into this, but we are. So let's just go. Okay. Anyway, it's very interesting how we have things coming into cosmic order. Okay. We have all these energies coming in. And I'm going to actually take it down here. Okay. We're creating this box, if you will. And you can see these are all like star energy, cosmic energies. Okay. So when we're talking about our family, and look at this. Wow. Okay. And this is what you're manifesting, the lion and the lioness. Ugh, this is so gorgeous. We were just talking about, do you see her? Look at her. Do you see her? She's coming into alignment. She feels the peace. She doesn't have to fight for the attention and doesn't feel all the feels because she doesn't have to fight for that. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. This is so gorgeous. Okay? This is so gorgeous. But so there's this alignment coming in, this potential. And it's like, yeah, don't settle. I'm getting don't settle right now. Allow these energies, allow yourself to come into this balance. You have this brand new beginning, but we got to get past what's hiding. We got to get past what's hiding. But is it hiding? Because it feels like it's hiding. No pun intended. Right under your nose. Right under your nose. So, how can you keep your heart open? How can you listen? How can you ask in a different way? Okay? Ask in a different way. How can we? I feel there's a little bit of a pullback here for you to claim something, to really understand for yourself the expansion of this. So let's go ahead, um, because this is about your prosperity. This is about what you're creating, your heaven on earth. I feel it. I do. So let's look at this cosmic egg. Let's look at this Venus rose because these are the energies that I'm coming in here. The orange. Hold on. Let me take a moment. Okay, because I'm getting a no. Are we doing just this one? Okay, we're going to actually read about the lion. So I just went in. Okay, it all has purpose. I'm being prompted. So when I ask my body a question, because remember, you have feels coming online, how can you use your body to assist you to discern? So I was discerning which card should I read for you? Okay. And I said here, and I went in and I get a no. Okay, then I go here, and this no is a very specific. I get a no. It's very specific for me. It's this, um, and that's because I've learned. I've learned that this is a no for me. So you can ask yourself. You can literally say, "Spirit, work with your team. Get yourself rooted and in balance, and say, what does a no feel like in my body?" And ask and get to know if you don't because your body is trying to communicate to you so that you can discern. Okay. So that's coming up with so much purpose. And this one. So on the last one, it's different because it opens. That's my yes. So it's like I can feel it in my I can feel it in my gut. So what are you feeling in your gut? Okay? What are you feeling in your gut? So we're going to read about the lion and the lioness about coming into union. Okay? This feels so magical because remember how I told you the other day that I actually went live and it blew the circuit to this oracle? I deleted that, but I was 15 minutes in and I was on your card. And what came up was the coordinating. I happen to know this because my friend, many of you know my friend Joanna made this oracle. You can get it on Etsy. It's called the Emergence Oracle. It is her baby. She is an artist. It is everything. It is all her work. And to like, and this is the card. This is the coordinating portrait. So and I only know that because we're friends. And, I'm aware of her work and how this came to be, the story behind the story. Interesting. The story behind the story. So, anyway, these two go together. And Pegasus, which is the one I just showed you, pairs with this. And Pegasus is all about a change in the structure. Medusa's head was literally just chopped off, okay? Mythology friends. It was just chopped off, and what emerged was Pegasus. So there was this shift. There was this ending of something that was terrible, but the birth of something that was so magical as Pegasus. Okay. And this pairs with that painting. So you are emerging into this really beautiful sacred union within yourself. And this has been, and trust me, with the energies that I have been feeling, holy crap, it has been something. It has been something. So let's look at this. Such a beautiful work of art. All right. So what does this mean for us? Because this is coming in the root chakra. This is the energy. This is that first card, okay, is for this inner union, this alignment within. And look at how we see the circle and then the triangle and then the square and the circle. This is the patterns that take us to the center of who we are, okay? Such a beautiful card. Do you see all that beauty here? I just love it. Okay, so this card says it talks about inner union, power, power with reconciliation, harmony, interdependence, co regulation. While most members of the feeling family are solitary creatures, lions are unique that they function collectively in groups called prides. definitely ancestral, is beyond you. If you leave here with only one thing today, that you are healing more than just you, amen. We have done our job. Okay? Lionesses fully own their unique gifts and talents just as much as they acknowledge and celebrate the strengths and the capabilities of their fellow huntresses, combining the powers for the benefit of the greater good. So, how we started out, we talked about the competition of being in the pride, but we're flipping the script and we're actually showing that the power in the unity in the feminine and working and collaborating within the whole is the best for the all. Huh. Rooted in sovereignty, confidence, and attitude of their abundance, their collaborative approach to the hunt allows them to strategize in a way that they're able to see and provide so much more for their community than they would individually. Hello, that's what we're doing here today, collaborating. All the while, the lion stands steadfast as the virtuous protector and sovereign guardian of the pride. While he is incredibly strong and powerful, he also knows how to conserve his energy. He doesn't abuse his power by starting fights, nor does he try to control his mate through force or domination. He is consistent, reliable, committed, and trustworthy, and he even helps the huntresses out by exercising his roar to scare prey directly into the field of the chase. His innate desire to love and provide safety for the lioness sometimes gets overlooked. Yet, this doesn't make his nobility any less real. His container of safety is what allows the lioness to be fully embodied in her desire to nurture. Their union lovingly mirrors the harmonious potential that we can create within ourselves, as well as in the relationships and the world around us. As we reflect upon our own inner union, or yoga, meaning the various parts that make us who we are, often being revealed as polarities, being and doing, action, rest, thinking, feeling, spirit, matter, head, heart, masculine, feminine. We begin to see a paradigm of possibilities. It is one of the flow over force of union over separation and the combining of powers to create a more beautiful, harmonious world that celebrates the differences that make us unique, while at the same time bringing us the loving relationship with ourselves, with others, and with the great mother who we call home. Wow. If that doesn't speak loudly. So we've got keep our heart open, wait for this union, wait for this balance, okay? Searching for that holy grail, are we? Comes up twice. Let's see what is the activation specifically for you, Orange. You're going into those Akashic records. You're rewriting your story. Oh my gosh, I feel it. Oh my gosh, everywhere. You're literally rewriting your story. And just as Venus moves and creates this in the stars, every movement you take and every step you take, every move you make, wow. It's like it's almost the game between you and source, and it's like you follow when you listen to your voice and the stories around you and the songs and the synchronicities, and you allow yourself to be who you are. It's like it's everything. It just feels that is the holy grail. It is everything. That is the holy grail. Wow. Okay. But this is about aligning to the angelic frequency that changes your experience. And look at this. Here it has a third eye activation. So for many of you, do we start with orange all the way through the purple? Could be so. Could be so. Because it ends up in a third eye activation, which is, you're going to feel it across the brow. We've got clarity coming in. We've got this vision now. It's like when we have this balance, it's like we can see. We can see clearly now. The light has gone. I'm singing it wrong. We can see all the obstacles in the way. Okay. Wow. All this music coming in for you. So we have this third eye activation coming in. We have this keep our heart open. Don't settle for the low fruit. Let's allow and just know that it's not about something blossoming now. It's coming. Let's hold on these next 3 weeks. Let's really find our way and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the steps that we take. Okay, pile number one is what's coming through. Okay, and this third eye. Oh my gosh, here we go. It's coming. Not that one. It's in alphabetical order. And this vision is going to allow us, we're aligning to something, and it's like it's coming in clearly. You're going to know exactly where it takes you. So one of the biggest things that's coming in, please be patient. Be patient with yourself, and also patient with others. Okay, with others around you. Okay, third eye activation. Ooh, what is this that I'm feeling? Oh my gosh, my right foot. Wow. Be patient and hone in to what's authentic. Don't just accept the first thing that comes through. Some of you have new guides coming in line. Some of you have a whole new experience. I definitely feel it. You've been being prepped for this. So, this is a lot about that discernment. Just know there's no rush. There's no rush. If it is for you, you will know. It is for you, you should know. And by taking that action, and that's what I'm feeling here. Some of you, I mean, I cannot let go of this foot. It is speaking to me, my right foot. And that means that there is something coming up in these next 3 weeks. And it's like, you need to take action. Okay. So just know that that's something coming in to take action. There's an activation at hand here. So, how can we this gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that the great potential and healing are being unleashed when this space is activated. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you are seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you have had since childhood, and it's awakening from your slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up and revisiting the past. Now, the gifts that have come, now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening, and the inner vision is stronger than you imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than the human eye and are able to identify the energies of what's going on around you with an activated third eye. This gateway is here to confirm that you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment and that you are being supported as you develop this gift. And I want to preface this. I want to say something before we move on. We've spent a lot of time here on pile number one, but you know what? It all has purpose. We're filling in the gaps. This is allowing you to quickly move through. This is fast moving energy. So just accept. I'm feeling this energy. I'm gonna pay attention. Okay. I feel it. So I'm gonna go in for a moment because I can feel this energy and it doesn't feel good. Okay. So I'm going to send it away. This is coming for purpose. Trust me. I see you and I feel you. I am sovereign. I am free. Leave now. Don't bother me. Shoo fly. Don't bother me. Shoo fly. Don't bother me. Don't let the irritants, the flies that hit the windshield, change the vision, okay? Because we can use our discernment and our words and our power. Yes, I see you. Leave now. Be firm. Go now. Don't come here again. I can feel it. It's like trying to hang on, and it's trying to hold you from taking that action. It's trying to say, "Oh, but there's all these things to be afraid about." No, it's not time for you to do this yet. Poppycock. It's time. It's time for you to move into this newness, okay? Into this structure of alignment. It's time to allow what's beneath the surface, the things that are trying to hold you back from what? In particular, pile number one, from that king, the Yertle with the turtle. It's not about that energy, the Piscean king, if you will, the Piscean king. Okay. I love it. I have Scar and Mufasa. I have so much coming in for you. That is what Scar was. Okay, and how he wanted to take advantage of the pride. And look what it did to the pride lands. Okay, this is about embracing the Mufasa, the energies of the past, honoring the ancestry, okay, and allowing you to take your place in the stars. Wow, this is just so beautiful. Asaya, and how we can give that to the new because eyes are on you. You have eyes on you, and they are watching you because of your experience and your expertise. Wow, so beautiful. Is this energy leaving? Yes, but it doesn't feel good. And this is what I had way before I came on. It was so extreme. I couldn't even concentrate. Okay? Trust me, this comes for purpose. I want you to let me know how. If you are looking to increase your frequency and vibration, you can go to angelinsight.net because many of you ancestral healers, you can there is something that you can add to your tool chest, and it is um, what I call the rainbow bridge, which are structures made with the attunements. We journey together and we explore crystals and plants, and they create this preservation. They preserve your energy. So if this feels like something for you, I'm starting up classes now. They are starting now. Okay. And I'm running a special, and I'm going to continue to run the special $57 a week. We journey every week. If you do the rosary, 33 weeks. 33. This is a year of transformation. It's not just about doing this on your own. It's about coming into community. It's about allowing yourself to be collaborative, doing what's best for the pride, okay? Which is the best for each of us. Okay, so that's the rosary and the Cambaran, 44. I feel the Cambaran for you. I do. So if you're picking up on energies and they rule your life, we can tell them it's a frequency match, my friends. Okay. All right. So get the vision. Don't worry about what's on the windshield. Okay. We can we can squeeze the magic a windshield wiper cleaner and we can have a fresh, clear vision. All right. Are we complete here on pile number one? Yeah. No. No. Okay. Pull my pendulum out, guys. Just a moment. Do you love me unconditionally and mean me well? Yes. Thank you. Are we complete for pile number one? I was getting a no. I can feel it. Okay. So do you have a channeled message for pile number one? No. Is there something you want me to do? Yes. Okay. Do you have my highest good in mind? This is coming for purpose, pile one. Yes. Okay. Would you like to show me? No. Would you like to tell me what to do? Okay. Yes. Hold on, guys. Send the flames. Yes. Okay, to the sacred space. So I'm being guided. See, this is what something is. Their energies are so powerful. So I'm being guided to send the flames. So it's my purest intention, angels of the high, archangels of the highest light, to direct your team of flame energies to the energetic space for this oracle. To cleanse, clear, balance, align, heal, seal, purify, preserve the energies for the highest good for all involved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, is that coming for purpose for those who are watching? Yeah, I'm getting a yes. Okay. So, work with your team. Yes. Work with your team. Learn how to work with your team is what's coming up. Go into that. Message me. We can talk. I'm getting we can help each other. Mhm. You don't have to do it on your own. Okay. Is there more? No. Can you confirm that this message is complete for pile number one? Okay, we're complete pile number one. But what's really interesting is we went through a lot, including my secret handshakes with my team. I have had so many obstacles in communicating with my team that I had to, you know, do things to be more discerning, to use my words, to ask questions. I think there's something in the each pile that we can learn from. Absolutely. Absolutely. You betcha. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to move to pile number two. Okay. Pile number two. 13050. Interesting. One in balance. One who allows the universe and spirit to bring you into balance, allows a shift from spirit. Interesting. We're talking here about the color green, which is all about the heart chakra. We're getting a root heart chakra is what's going to be involved for you if you're exclusively in the green. This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay. So out of the next 3 weeks, the first 3 days are those who are in orange. The green is 2 weeks. Okay. And we've got an ending. We've got an ending here. Here are some of the things that I was feeling in your energy. I was getting literally heart quivers. Like I could feel a buzz. So these are some of the feelings that you might get in these 2 weeks to let you know that you're dealing with these energy. Okay, your team has brought you here, pile number two, green, color green, so that you could assimilate and find some of these energies. Okay, because we're all getting the feels. Okay, we're bringing that in. So it felt like a buzz. Deep lower back discomfort is what I was feeling. Almost like if you're a girl, like menstrual cramping, but deeper. Okay, deeper. And then there was a buzz. I was getting a lot of feet. Okay. So, what I'm talking about here, some of you that are in this pile, you definitely feel, and you feel on this, in the root chakra. So, a lot of times, what that means is that you need to move. Okay. Root chakra is all about movement. Now, we have that's happening for us collectively. So keep movement in all ways is going to be helpful for you. Okay. Because I'm getting that buzz. So it could just be like music. You could go put on meditative, like 396 music. I would go in and do root chakra, which you're going to get more like the 119 kind of hertz, anything, because just listening to that sound allows movement. Okay. Crystals can help movement, walking, right? All right. I was getting with you guys. I was getting a lot of muscle discomforts radiating from your heart to your feet. So those of you in this pile are going to be experiencing some muscle discomfort. I do believe. Um, okay, and I'm going to tell you why, because I was like, I think it's because of this, and I was getting that song from the new, speaking of Wizard of Oz, isn't that interesting? What is that called? Anyway, the new, I've already seen it, so good. But I started hearing that song, Popular, Wanna Be Popular, right? Which is in between Glenda and the Wicked Witch. And I was getting that you are getting sympathy pains. Okay. So, those of you who resonate with this, pay attention to some of the sympathy pains, much like when somebody's pregnant, how the father gets the pains of the mother. That's what I'm getting is happening with you. Okay. So, so if you're feeling this discomfort, is that attributed to someone around you? Pay attention. Okay. Okay. And I have a channeled message for you specifically. When you go around the bend, you never know who you're going to meet. When you go around the bend, you never know who you're going to meet. Let's get into this. Your ancestors are coming in hardcore. We pre shuffled. Magic is definitely on point. Okay. Collaborate with the shift. Really pay attention and observe. And what are you calling out for? What are you calling out for? All right. So we got a couple shuffles here. Number one, I'm going to count them out. Number one, there's this structure. Okay. First of all, this is all about your abundance. You are protected. Okay. The universe has your back. And in a lot of ways, this is you in the sack. Okay. This is you in the sack. And it's like the universe, the ancestors, it's like spirit has your back. Okay. So this is a change in your structure here. You're being held. And it's like in a lot of ways, this Joey wants to come out, okay, wants to play around. And it's like, no, let me hold you. We're going to jump forward. We're going to jump forward. And I'm going to take you there. Interesting. Okay. I love that. Thank you to the earth for that. Okay. Ooh, I got goosebumps. I got goosies. Yeah, but let's really have respect for ourselves. Let's take care of ourselves first. I'm getting the imagery with you. This is a second cut. This is the information around you. Okay. So the second cut is all about make sure, like what I'm getting in my mind's eye is you putting on your mask. Okay. It's like there's turbulence. Put your mask on before you assist others. Okay. Take care of yourself. Okay. And look at that number 28. Interesting. I mentioned those deer, 28 deer. And it's like this is all about things coming into balance. So please remember, and this is really sticking out side by side, they are. Okay. So here we go. It's just like we've got this ending. I feel it of this ending of I'm just going to say the warrior energy. I'm getting Valkyrie. Okay, the Valkyrie, the energy of Valkyrie, very interesting in your ancestry. If you don't know what that is, basically badass women warriors, right? Of the Viking age. Yeah. Okay, so this is number 3, and it's like we're backing out. We're going through this purification, okay? Especially in that sacral chakra. It's like in that water, in those emotions are just some funky stuff, okay? And it's like you've got this Tasmanian devil here, and it's coming in where it's gonna be purified, okay? So that it doesn't lead to this fester into this infection. Interesting. Okay. And what we're talking about is the infection to you, to how you receive. This is turn that it could potentially turn into a block. And for some of you has been a block. Yeah. Mhm. How can we just relinquish and just pull back, keep our heart open, and just kind of go within? Go within. What are you receiving? The koala is just like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna hang here for a minute. How can we take our time? I love this because the koala, and look at these inner journeys, right? How can we go inside and journey within so that we can be taken into this the eucalyptus? Okay, they dine on eucalyptus, which spiders hate, by the way. So I'm mentioning this because it's like how can we go in and not be afraid of um, because things are coming into balance. I'm I'm gonna go into this more. I'm gonna discern into this more. I can feel the energies, but it's like we're observing them. Okay. This is the difference here. We're not, it's like, okay, I understand a little bit more what's going on. I'm going to go within. I'm going to take a look. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to go within and take a moment to see. Okay. And it's like, oh, okay, I see something here. And it's like, how can I get communication about why I'm seeing what I'm seeing here? Okay. Interesting. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be afraid to go within. I'm not going to be afraid of what I'm receiving. Um, as this is my ancestral cards. This is the animal dreaming cards. These are my Australian cards. These are very in tune to our ancestry. Okay, specifically the dreaming and the stories that are passed down from one generation to a next, the things that we're kind of been losing out on. Okay. And it's like, but we're not. We're receiving that in many different ways, right? This is number five. Yeah, number six. This is number six. Yeah, number six. So we're integrating that dreaming. Look at, we're integrating that dreaming, that daydreaming, and we're allowing our colors to shift, but according to our individuality, not because of the fear. Do you see the difference? Okay. And we're rooting in, we're collaborating with the powers of the one, and we're seeing, the purpose and the perspective of the all. Wow, this is so dope and interesting. Okay. Number seven, you're rare. I'm just gonna say it. You may feel, I'm just gonna say what comes. You may feel you're a freak of nature. You are not. Okay, you are not. And in fact, you are a badass warrior. And it's like, look at all these stripes, look at all these things that you have been through. And it's like, you are so fierce. But that fierceness and that warrior and this, do you see this kind of scary look? This is not who you are. So how can we buckle up and align to your wisdom? Align to, this is almost like Bigfoot here. It's like, what I mean is, everybody says it doesn't exist, but it exists within you. I can see something in my hair. Okay. It exists within you. And that's what matters. Okay. That's what matters. This authenticity of who you are and that uniqueness of who you are is paramount to your mission. I'm here to your mission. Okay. Interesting. To your mission. Yeah. How can you integrate and see that you are, well, first of all, there are angels and guides on the back. They're guiding you through this. And it's like, it's almost like scary to take flight. Okay. But that illusion is what's keeping you grounded here. And I don't mean it in a way, I'm not saying it in a good way. Okay. I'm not saying it in a bad way. But it's like you've gone through this transformation. It's like, look at, I just grew these wings and now I've got to do what? You want me to fly with them? How do I do that? And it's like we're holding on to our dear life. Okay. And that's because you're integrating energies. So be really kind to yourself. Be really kind. This is a couple weeks, my friends. The messages are going to keep coming through. You're going to align to the messages. You're going to hear them. You're going to be guided. Okay, but look at this hawk is perched. How can we observe? How can we go within? And how can we receive that for ourselves? That seems very important to you, pile number two. Okay. How can we stay in balance? How can we allow this transformation? How can we not just be pulled? Remember, you are sovereign, you are divine. This is your structure, and you do not have to be interesting. You don't have to be pushed into any box because that doesn't give you enough wiggle room. Okay. And look at that. This is coming up. This card always comes up to speak about, and it's coming up in this position, talking about this clarity and this healing. Okay. And it's like this. This reminds me of a moth. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a butterfly transformation. I mean, yes. Okay. But we're going to look more than that. We're going to look more than that. The moth is pulled to the light, pulled to the light. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm like, "Carry on, go into the light." Poltergeist. But see what I mean? It's like, don't follow what others are saying to do. Harness the energy for yourself. You decide. You decide. That is what I'm getting here, okay? And getting here, go within. Don't allow others to decide for you. Yes, you can get, okay, like, it's okay to collaborate. It's okay to get to get advice. I'm getting some readings would be really benefit for those of you in this pile. Message me if you want a reading. Okay, I do personal readings. And it's like, yes, get the advice, but you decide. You decide. I just had the Grinch come in. Yeah, that energy. Interesting. Okay. We're just gonna that just came through, okay? This platypus, this is our last shuffle. This is the vision, your woman's wisdom. You are unique. You are not made like everybody else. You are unique. And so, because of that uniqueness, there's like that kind of like ugly duckling syndrome. What I mean by that is you feel out of place. You're not really sure where the guidance is, and maybe until you came here, because we all like that here. Okay? We're all like that here. And that's the community that we're creating. And we are stronger because of our uniqueness. Just like if you were in pile number one, it's just like the pride. It's like we are stronger because of our unique talents, not in competition, in collaboration. This seems really important. Okay. All right. So, for you guys, oh, messages are paramount. So, this came up twice. You know my rules. And it's popped on the bottom. So, this is what your 2 weeks is all about: messages, alignment to messages. I absolutely love this oracle. Let's go. The hawk is said to be one of the great solar birds that are able to stare directly into the sun without having to squint their eyes to lessen the glare. Wow. That actually speaks to me in such a huge way. Um, Especially depending on your journey here through uh if you're green and purple, especially about how actually staring into the sun is something that can assist you to burn off energies, but it's a frequency match. Okay, so if you want to look into ways to increase your frequency, you might be interested in taking the classes I'm offering for the Rosary and the Cambaran. So you can check that out at my website, angelinsight.net. But to be able to look directly into the sun and not have to look away is symbolic of being able to look directly at an issue and see what needs to be acknowledged and addressed for yourself and others. So, this is all about standing in a place and seeing it and not running and dealing with it in the moment. To witness a hawk in flight, to hear its cry, or to find one of its feathers suggests that you're about to receive a sign or a gift from spirit. Hawk's cry may indicate a bountiful harvest or an impending time of abundance, while the finding of a feather sometimes portends the birth of a child or a spiritual gift about to be awakened. If the hawk has appeared in your cards today, you're being put on alert for signs that may fruitfully guide you to the next phase of your life. You're being asked to remain vigilant and willing to act at a moment's notice, following your intuition. You are also being told that it's okay to ask for signs, and that's the beauty of this card. And that's what I'm feeling, is to ask for the signs so that you can step forward in confidence, indicating when messages are about to come so that you don't miss them. For example, asking spirit through meditation or prayer that a message be pre signed by the appearance. For example, ready for some specific information? Pile number two. For example, a woman asking for this sign, a woman wearing predominantly yellow who will ask to take your photograph. That is a precise and obvious way of knowing exactly when to be most attentive. So, what this is saying is that you can ask spirit, show me a sign, show me someone wearing all yellow to take my photograph for me to pay attention. You can literally put that out there. Ask spirit of the hawk to carry this request to spirit with a clear understanding that as soon as the woman presents herself dressed predominantly in yellow and asks to take your photo, spirit will send an obvious message, sign, or omen that will help you see the future more clearly, free of the usual emotional blockages or physical obstacles that have hindered your path in the past. The woman will act as your trigger, your signpost that tells you when to stop and listen for guidance. So, you do not have to just wait, my friends. Ask for assistance. Be specific so that you will recognize when it comes. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into what is this ending all about for you? What is this structure of the ending? Okay? Well, it's definitely about alchemy. It's about clearing those cobwebs and awakening to your creator spirit, first of all. Now, I was feeling this, okay? I was literally feeling it. But do you want to see? Like, look at the spider is orange to purple. This oracle goes from orange to purple. So if you have all the colors, know that you are stepping into alchemy, and it is because of your individuality. It is because of the stitches, if you will, that you add to the tapestry. It is the web that you spin. But look at all these cobwebs. This particular spider is like caught up in taking down. Okay, that's what a spider does. The spider, what it does is it creates this pattern and then it literally takes it down every day to begin again. And this alchemy, okay, is what's coming up here. But instead of necessarily doing that, you might be developing new patterns. But to me, this energy is coming in to the left. So we're losing something. We're losing the need to start over every moment. Okay, that's the ending. I feel it so much. It's like I feel that you have been, that you know. Okay, I can feel you. I feel your passion. Please keep that passion strong and at the forefront, okay? Because it's like, and there's that Grinch again, okay? I've got the Grinch coming again. And it's like, oh, those who's, I'm going to put an end to this, right? And he has the vision to take the action, and he takes the action, and of course his heart ends up growing 4 times bigger because of it. So follow the steps. And I'm not saying you're a Grinch. What I'm trying to say is maybe there's something that you're resisting, and as you resist it still persists. Okay, that's why they have those phrases. That's why they have those phrases. Alchemy is at hand for you. It is right here. Okay, you're the weaver of dreams, the dream weavers. Okay, the dream weavers. And what does a dream weaver do? I love this. My team reminds me all the time, and they're reminding me now that I'm the dream weaver and the dream catcher. And are you the same? Because a dream weaver is someone who actually can capture and filter. They can filter. Okay, think about what a dream weaver does. It takes the dreams and it filters, and it takes the bad into one section and it separates them from the good. And this is what I'm getting that you are. The black swan. If they only knew how powerful you truly are. And it's like your the way, and look at this. Balance is so important. Okay, these threes are coming in. It's like we've got three in between here. So are you seeing threes? Are you seeing threes? Do they guide you? Okay, because three is about balance. Threes are about balance, unconditional love, clarity. Balance, unconditional love, clarity. We receive. And then we have that unconditional love and that beauty and that grace. We do what is best for all. This is what allows us to ride upon the emotions, knowing that how we are made, knowing that our feathers allow us to resist all that is found in the water, the emotions, okay, specifically. And this black swan, look at, I've never really seen this here before, but her tail feathers are white. That grace, doing what is best for all, not feeling like an outcast. Okay, it's interesting because as soon as I saw this card, we were already talking about this ugly duckling kind of like you know mindset coming here. What this is all about is just not feeling like you belong. Okay, and it's like there is this community out there or right here that is willing to accept you, and you need that. But there is this wisdom that comes from this grace. So riding these emotions, really staying in balance no matter what comes your way. That turbulence comes, you put that mask on, and it's like you breathe and you stay in this emotional. It's like some people are freaking out, but not you, not you. Everything you have, including this wisdom. I feel the wisdom is so paramount. Okay. This wisdom is coming in to your power. Okay. I do feel this so much that you're embarking on something that's beyond. Okay. I do feel that you are spiritually enlightened, been on the path, very aware, but this is something moving beyond. I'm feeling the need to pull my pendulum for a moment. um, do you love me unconditionally, Emmanuel? Yes. Are these people going into the heart awakening? Are they coming out of the heart awakening? Yes, I could feel it. So it's like the Grinch, how his heart grew four times stronger. You're on the part of where that happens. Okay. Where you find you're part of this community. You're not an outcast. Yeah, you're different. You're different. But it is only you that thinks that that is a bad, was or could be a less fortunate thing, or made you feel. Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay. Are you smelling what's my daughter saying? Are you stepping in? No. Anyway, look it. Are you kidding me? Another three, but look at this card makes an appearance. That transformation, and this specifically is coming in a very unique position. Okay, I'm going to pull you down here because what I'm saying here is this masculine and feminine energies are 333, like literally. I definitely I feel it, my friends, that you would really align with the rosary. Like that would help you to get through that emotions. Okay. I really, really look at that. Shake off some of these energies that are like kind of in a way a little controlling. All right. These energies are a little controlling, and it's you're not doing anything wrong. That's how embedded they are. Okay. But you've been working the path, but it's like there's still steps in front of you. Look at this. Look at this. Compared to these energies, which feel very watery, almost siren energy like. And then look at this. Look at the confidence, the bustard. And I love this. This is really speaking to me. Like I immediately am thinking about Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And this is what I feel, this mosaic pattern here. It's like, oh, you've been broken more than once. But is that breaking that allows you to assimilate and be who you are in all your magnificence. Wow. This is that energy that I was feeling with the the dragonfly. It's like what I feel is opulence, brilliance. This is the energy that comes in right now with you. Pile number two. It's like you're meant to be one with this abundance in all forms. You are not meant. What's ending is this taking down the cobwebs and starting over every day. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. We are moving in stride and confidence. What is all these analogies coming in today? It's like you're proud about your stars on the R's. It doesn't even matter what they look like. You're not comparing yourself to anybody else. Okay? Wow, feels so powerful here. It really does. It feels uber powerful. Okay. So, let's go ahead and see what's your activation coming in. I'm getting a no. So, hold on. Is there something else here that you want us to go in more? Okay, no, keep going. All right. So look at that. I just can't even believe this. Like this holy grail keeps coming up. We cut to it and we cut to it again. It's like you're searching for that holy grail, that special sauce, that mystery to unlock. And it's like many of you are gonna, I was just gonna say, you're gonna realize it's you. It's you. You are the holy grail. You are the magic. The fact that you have come this far, you're an alchemist. I can feel it. That alchemy, be able to change to this, to opulent and beauty and brilliance, it's just unbelievable. It really is. So, what's your activation? I mean, it just feels like, yeah, of course, it's going to be green. Okay, we've got the emerald tablets coming forward. And what this is really here overall speaking about, this is coming in about about what's at hand here. Okay? And what I feel is this breakthrough. I do. I feel this breakthrough and it's so interesting because I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing the tablets crack. Okay. This is really interesting because you know how we said it don't listen to what others say necessarily. So yes, there are all these things, including the emerald tablets, including the teachings of Thoth. Okay, it's like you can go into this whole thing, and maybe this is coming up. I mean, obviously, it's coming up for purpose, but it's like you're meant to go within and understand. Like, let those tablets break. It's not that doesn't what rules who you are. It's within you. It's within you. So it's about you going within and taking that next step, receiving, putting it out there. How can I put myself back together again? How can I do that? And go within and ask specifically for that sign and then take action when that sign presents itself. So that's what I'm seeing here in my mind's eye. You're not going to find it anywhere except here within you. And that's what's so beautiful about what if you decide to collaborate with me is we journey together. It's all within and it's unique to each and every. Welcome to the Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. This is the activation at hand. The teacher within emerges. And how could that teacher, how could you emerge into this divine order if you had never been broken? That is the lesson at hand. In every challenge, there is a gift. And yeah, it really sucked to be broken. And it really sucked to have all those pieces and to feel scattered and have to start over every single day and reformat and go in blindly and not have any guidance and feel left out. And just like feel this pull and not in many ways not even have anything confirmed, but that's part of your journey. That's part of who you are. That's why the Grinch grew 4 times that day. It's going to happen like that. You'll just know. You'll just know. And it's about being part of that community, about that ancestry, about that Mufasa and Simba conversation, right? Is this still you guys? Okay, if not, that's a connection to pile one. Okay. And to see your part of the legacy. Wow, this is just truly beautiful. Okay. So keep your heart open. Listen, for you, I feel it's really important to go within. And there's something that more that wants to come forward here. So I'm going to see in my pendulum here. If there, I feel like one of these cards wants to come forward. Yep, here it is. I knew it. Can you confirm? Okay. So specifically, this card is coming forward. In the position that it's in, we're talking about your magic. We're talking about your essence. We're talking about not playing it small. Okay. We're talking about, you know, your spark, your creation. Okay. And it's like, as the black swan, not feeling it's like, look at that wisdom, this wisdom here that I talked about. It really makes a difference and brings in balance, not just for yourself, but for others. So let's see what the black swan wants to come forward with. Okay. Because spirit is bringing this in for you and being like, we're being very specific. So I hope pile number 2, I hope that you get specific and ask for the signs. Okay. Grace, the black swan. Everyone knows the tale of the ugly duckling. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my gosh. A child's fable about an abandoned hatchling forced to endure and ridicule and rejection, but who ultimately overcame adversity to become a beautiful swan. Wow. The parable demonstrates that until you look inside and find the innate beauty that resides there, you cannot expect anybody else to see your beauty. Wow. When you look in the mirror and you see the infinite beauty looking back, however, others will also recognize true beauty on all levels when they look at you. Swans help us realize our inner beauty by returning us to a state of grace. Grace cannot be learned. It cannot be bought or given. It can only be found within. It must be remembered. Children naturally walk with grace. Grace is innocence and impeccability, coupled with the deep knowing and the unwavering sense of belonging. The knowledge of what's true beauty is without having to advertise it. Without inner beauty, peace, and confidence, there is no grace. People who have looked deep within themselves, who have healed their past and reclaimed their inner child, they know grace. Grace is the ability to walk through life, head held high with humility, pride, and a balanced ego. Grace allows us to be strong, abundant, and proud without being aloof, pompous, or rude. Grace keeps us grounded and in touch with those who are less fortunate and those who have not yet reclaimed the knowledge. If the swan has floated into your cards today, get ready to recognize your true essence and to trust the grace of your own being. Be prepared to see the golden potential in those around you because you're an alchemist. And by you recognizing this within yourself, it helps you to recognize it within others, and they see that within you. Wow. Oh, I got goosies. Ooh, what a release and what a beautiful nugget that was. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. So be prepared to see the golden potential in those around you, to relearn to unconditionally love yourself and to radiate this inner beauty that yearns to be discovered. Prepare to awaken the grace that lays dormant. Allow yourself to access Spirit's gifts of self empowerment so that you can finally return finally learn to believe in yourself on all levels. Ready yourself to transform your sense of abandonment into mystery so that others may be drawn to you in awe and wonderment instead of being turned away by fear or confusion. Allow your inner beauty to emerge, and the world will applaud and shower you with its reward. The swan promises you that. Wow. So, pile number two, stay above those emotions. Know that you are everything. Know that, I mean, your journey specifically, I feel your journey has been very tough, but it is because of your tough journey that others can embrace their fortitude. Wow. Um, I'm having this like another oracle kind of pop in, but it was all about the what's the word? Okay. It's all about there's a certain person in the army and he leads because of his experience. And he laces up his bootstraps and he knows exactly where he's going, but it's because of that experience. So some of you have prayed. Okay, I'm just gonna let what comes. I always do with love and grace myself. But it's like some of you have prayed, prayed so hard for things to come together, and it's like because like I can see it's like all this broke. It's referring to this. I can see like all it's like all the plates. And it's like they're just broken. They're just on the floor, and it feels in one handful. There's this perspective of like, oh no, like it's just like this grief. However, there's this other perspective that spirit is bringing to you. That's like a wonderment, and it's like, what can I create with this? How can I take this and what can I make? Self-made. You are self-made. Don't box yourself in. Keep your heart open. Trust your intuition. Okay? This is an ending for you. Um, I feel spirit is really going out of their way, and I do feel that. Okay, I'm going back to that channeled message. I meant to read it again now that we've done this. When you go around the bend, never know who you're going to meet. So, are you going to meet right around the corner? You're going to meet that woman dressed in predominantly yellow that offers to take your photograph? Boy, does that feel like magic right there. Ask, and you shall receive. Ask, and you shall receive. Wow, it just feels so beautiful. I feel like there is a huge discovery in front of you. Yes, it feels so magical. And it just is such a breakthrough. Okay, are we complete here? No. Okay. Is there something that you would like me to do for pile number two? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Do you want to show me? Okay. So we're going to go within, as we've talked about here. We're going to go within, and then we're asking the angels and guides are here to show us. We're gonna, and this is verbiage that you can use. Do you want me? Do you want me to do some? Is there something that is my highest good to do? I'm getting a yes. Do you want to show me, or do you want to tell me? Okay. This is what you can do working with your team, especially if you feel blocked. Okay. So my team wants to show me something. So we're going to go in and show me. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. So I'm waiting. Look at this. I'm waiting to be shown. And this seems very important. Okay. And that's because I'm aware, as someone that's been studying her energy for a long time, there's a lot of different things going on in the background. There's a lot of things I could see. Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of things you could see. So taking a moment to ask to be shown something and to wait for that to load up, like that channel to open, seems really important. Okay. Here we go. So oftentimes when I'm being shown something, I'm just going to be patient, take some moment to lock in. Ooh, gosh, I can feel energy. Specifically, I'm just going to talk it through. I can feel energies right here, right across my brow, and right here across my chest. Oh, some of you feel like you've missed your chance. You haven't. Ugh, you haven't. You have not missed your chance in any way, shape, or form. There's a discovery. Okay. There's a discovery. Okay. Especially, I'm getting reminded about that purification, that Tasmanian that came in on the shuffles about trying to box something out. So it feels like that there's something, a shadow, an energy that is really kind of at the forecast and kind of like showing illusion. All right. And as we have this root chakra, okay, I'm being reminded that we have this activation over the next 3 weeks, and your heart is going to be in it for 2 weeks of it. Okay. So really just kind of hang in there and hone in and look at, and it even feels tender. Okay. It even feels a little tender here. So just really hone in and really hold that heart chakra going within. Okay. And it's like what I feel like, as we saw with this right here, this alchemy. Okay. This for some of you, you're the okay. I'm getting like, because this is kind of like related to that Lemuria, right? And so some of you are actually the alchemist, and some of you, there's alchemy occurring in your lineage. Okay. And so you feel that you've missed your chance, but you haven't. It's all about your journey was to have everything broken. Okay. So that you could see the beauty of what comes next. Oh, God. I feel like very emotional all of a sudden. Ooh, God, like tears just want to come. Let them come. Wow. Okay. Let them come, pile number 2. Let the tears come. It's like, they come, everything comes with purpose. It's just like this opening, you're being cracked open, really, I feel it. Um, and what I was getting was like, okay, it's interesting because I was getting that egg. Something is cracking open for you. Let Humpty Dumpty that egg, right? And it's like, allow it to kind of be like honey. Okay, so what's that's telling to me, the ancestors are saying, through your ancestry there's a healing going on in your ancestry. I definitely feel it. So keep your heart open, and this is affecting you. You're part of it, but it's like you're part of it and so many others are, and this is really kind of like undoing this knot. Okay. And it's like, in many ways you felt like you made the knot. Okay, but this is kind of, yeah, I'm getting a no. You didn't. This is a collective energy, and now it's time. But it's like because of the knot, you undo it and you can show others like not skills. Is that making any sense? Wow. Is there more? Is there more that you want to show me? Okay, because we're doing something here. Yeah. Okay. Ah, are we sending this energy away? Yeah. So there's an energy right here, and it's like right on your heart, and it wants to keep you from it want this is the energy you're putting out. It wants you to keep you from putting something out there. Okay, maybe it's a business, maybe it's um, writing that you've done. Maybe it's it feels really important. Yeah, it feels really important. And there's something that's holding you back from putting it out there. So guess what? We're gonna put our hands right here. And I say we see you. Leave now. Leave now. Go now. Go in peace. I know what you're up to. Leave now. I'm not going to let you get in my way. I am sovereign. I am powerful. And I am here to bring heaven on earth, and nothing is going to stop that, including the shadows of the trauma that you've endured multiple times, that breakage. So, this wisdom really is taking center point. This is what allows, okay, it's interesting. That's, I don't even know my boating terms, but I was getting that's the okay. I was just getting in my mind's eye. I don't even know what it's called. The rudder. Is that what it is? It allows the balance. It allows you to steer. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we're showing you to send energies away. These energies that make you feel like you have to take everything down and start again. God, am I familiar with these? All too well. Okay. But don't judge. Don't judge. I want to be very clear about this. Are we to judge these energies? No, because they allow the alchemy. Because for many of you, I'm getting it's like, that's what I keep getting. It's like now you've tried many things. You've tried to put things out there, and it's like it's just not working. And so you go back to the drawing board and you create something else and you try to put it out there. And again, it's just not working. And it's like you felt broken. You felt broken. It just wasn't your time yet. But now it is. Now it's your time. 22207 on the clock. That's it. Pile number two. That's it. Make sure you check out the collective message. There was a lot in there. Remember, you're getting all these details to assist you in the next 3 weeks. We're going to move on to pile number three. 22228 on the clock. I can't forget that because I can't find my pen. But I will remember that. Okay. 2228. Wow. We are going into the pink. We're going into the pink, my friends. Higher heart and root chakra. So we're playing Candyland and we're taking a card that has the red square and then the pink square. Okay. The red square and the pink square. What we're talking about here is really a shift in your abundance. Okay. In your imagination, in these siren energies, into how you embody, who you are. Okay. I have quite a bit for you guys. Okay, this energy is for 3 days. Okay, so this pink energy is for 3 days, and we're getting the feels. I could feel a heart quiver, followed but what felt like a knot. Interesting that we just talked about that on pile number two. Okay, if you're pile number three, we're going to continue the story. Okay, but I could feel a headache over that bridge of the brow all the way around the center of my back between, I'm feeling it now, between my shoulder blades. I could feel discomfort there, deep root to, I can't read my own handwriting. Deep root is what I was feeling. Oh, to feet. So I was feeling it all the way. So these are the feels. Many, it's going to be different for all of you. Okay. But what's coming in though is from the brow all the way to the feet. And I'm feeling it deep within my hips right now. Not the sacral, the root, like on my bem, if you will. Okay. Some of you, interesting. Some of you in this pile will also have, as we talk about that area, you'll have some like dietary, maybe in the bathroom. Some of you might be nauseous. Some of you might even throw up. Some of you, it'll come off the back end. Okay. This is like how your body is kind of reacting to these energies. And that's because with you, I want to kind of confirm, yeah, what I'm feeling with you, I can feel it now. I want to confirm is this your pile because it's been a couple days. This is the light coming in. Yeah, the crushing light. Yeah. So you have a lot of light coming in. So what I mean by that is there's been a clearing, and in that space, light is coming in. Light codes. I feel light codes are coming in at night. Interesting. At night. Um, and it feels kind of scary. Okay, so your team has brought you here because this light coming in actually can feel kind of crushing and can make you um, afraid. Okay, because it's very noticeable. So your team is letting you know, take a deep breath. This is for your highest good. You have are bringing light in. Okay, it's filling in all these spaces and places throughout your being. Wow. Okay, yeah, I wrote here, I feel light coming in and it feels somewhat crushing. Okay, so so know that you're okay and ask, is this the light coming in? It's just how your body's reacting. Okay, all right. I could feel the ankles, and I could also feel what I got for you guys is a rat. Okay, when I was getting, okay, I could feel the ankles, and then I could feel the burning of bindings, and then I started hearing the song, It's a Hard Knock Life for Us. It's a hard knock life for us, which is from the movie Annie, right? Which is a song that the girls are singing. Um, so I think, but more than that, I wrote down that this is a rags to riches because we're talking about our abundance. So this is a rags to riches story. Wow, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Now, pile number three, which is what color are you? Forgetting already. You are pink. Okay. So pink. I just want you to know that there's a collective message with more information that I think would definitely benefit you. So make sure you check that out. Okay. Because yeah, I'm just definitely feeling that for you specifically. Keep your heart open to what comes. Don't just settle for the first thing to rush in. Okay, my friends. That is all about that first activation. We've got the divine oracle coming in for you guys. Yeah. And it's time for you to bust out of your cocoon. Okay, you've been in hermit mode a little bit too much. It's time to really get the juices flowing, to really align to all things that all things that are for you and your abundance. Okay, so feeling great, feeling vibrant, feeling good in your skin. It's not really about weight; it's feeling you. Okay, people being like, "Man, your skin looks so great. You look younger." All these things. These are the energies that are coming in for you. But it's time to bust out of that cocoon. It's time to do things more in moderation. I'm getting you've been doing a lot of work. Okay, you've been doing a lot of work, and now it's time to not be so serious. Interesting. The Bat Cave. I'm Batman. I don't know why we have to have the voice, but we do. So it's time to really kind of emerge from that. Okay. You've been on this really unique path, which is fantastic. But it's time to accept the things that are dying. And one of the things that are dying potentially is you coming to the rescue for everyone except yourself. Mic drop. Definitely hard knock life, but have risen above everything. Yes. I hear that. I hear that. And that's the beauty of that rags to riches. That's the beauty of it's because of those issues, but it's also finding others that allowing yourself to free that, right? To free those energies. Um, to be able to look forward to see with I love that because I'm definitely getting right away rose colored glasses. I love that to see with what the vision of unconditional love, to understand, to really those of you in this pile, you really understand your trials and your tribulations and how they have, as you've just said, Maria, how they have risen, and more than that, how you have risen because of them. Okay, because of them. You can see like the owl, who, you can see the perspective. You can put yourself in other people's shoes. You can see things far beyond others, especially when you're in flow, especially when you're in the flow, when you're not judging, when you're just, eh, you know, yeah, you're just embracing your power. Okay, when you're just embracing who you are, and you're, I really just want to show it's just come up in every pile. There is no cookie cutter. There is no cookie cutter way of doing it. Okay, and I think that we need to like really talk about this. And I think this is what you talk about, Pink, Team Pink. You really have a mission here. Okay, it's so interesting. Team Pink to spread across the world about the empowerment of women. I really feel this is so strong because that's like what came right away was that store Team Pink, like right away, that marketing, okay, that branding. You are branded to empower others. I can feel it. But it's also important to go for your dreams. See that Batman, right? It's like what makes you happy? You don't want to just be there to go rescue everybody else. What fills your cup? God, it's making me not sad, but like I'm having the imagery in the Batman movie, Batman Returns, when he's got the love of his life in front of him and how he just lets her go for the greater good of the all. And it's like you don't have to, like the divine is here. Go for your dreams. You can have your cake and eat it too, friends. I'm hearing Willy Wonka. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. It's like you don't have. It's. I love that movie. Oh God, maybe I'm gonna watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That wonder of Charlie, and that hard knock life, and then to get this golden ticket and to not even know what was in front of him. I mean, it's just magic, and that's what Spirit is coming in. Source, God is coming in. The divine is coming in to engage with that higher reasoning, to see that all that you have been through, that it has served a purpose, that it has served purpose, and to not get lost in just the purpose, right? Allow, as we're talking about abundant creativity, imagination, okay? It's like if we just attach to the role, we can't see beyond. And that's really coming in here. It's like, yeah, you're a hero. You are. You are a hero. But having unconditional love and keeping your heart open it's more than the hero's journey. It's more than that. It's you having all the experiences that life has to offer. So go for those dreams. Keep those commitments, especially the ones for yourself. I'm hearing don't cancel that nail appointment, that hair appointment, that massage. Keep your commitments. If somebody, I'm getting a specific message. If somebody asks you to collaborate on something, you say yes, keep that commitment. It's so others can see you and see your work. It's a really good time for you to accept offers. Of course, accepting them on your own, discerning for yourself. But it's also time to refine your attention, to not just pay attention to how you can serve others, but how others can serve you. Wow. Because you've taken the steps. You wear the badge. You are a badge. You're a sheriff. You're a hero. You are. I feel it. But you're more than that. You're here to empower others. And the biggest way to empower others is to empower yourself first. Click. I'm seeing a time. It just turned into a stopwatch. Time's not running out, but it's your time, baby. It's your time. It's your time. Your time. However that shall be. How can you begin to explore that which makes you feel everything? What makes you feel vibrant? Do that. Because some of that hero work is not so vibrant. Now, am I putting it down? No. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But if you don't have the perks, what's the point? And it doesn't have to be about lavish. Sometimes just going on a drive and how the sun comes in, the literal rays of the sun, and seeing that reflection and witnessing that moment in time, sometimes that's the most beautiful thing in the world, isn't it? Express your joy. Share that vibrancy. Share those moments that are everything. Like the fact that I went and held my grandchild again today, Mr. Leo. And you know what I love most about you, Leo? Oh, get emotional. It's how you make me feel so calm. And Leo's not making me feel that. I choose to feel that when I hold him. Do you see the difference? I'm not worried about else the world demands, what things I put out there, like the fact that I was going to go live at 2. I allowed the flexibility and I allowed the unconditional love for myself to be able to have all of it. Yeah, be patient. There is no time clock. Even though it's your time, interesting, I keep getting the stopwatch. Okay. We're not clicking here. Okay. Because true abundance is time doesn't matter. That's the truth. That's the truth. For those who true feely abundant and divine, time stops. It does not even become about that. Everything collapses and it just is bliss. This is just really coming up so strongly. Are we on? Are we on number? I lost track. I got emotional. I lost track. Are we on number 8? 5, 6, 6. Okay, I love that. Now, ultimately, it doesn't want to come into focus, but ultimately, there are necessary sacrifices because when we come out of Batman mode, I am Batman. When we come out of the cave, we can't monitor necessarily all the different emergencies that are coming in. We make the necessary sacrifices to do what? To recode the patterns because every hero has a hard time. This is really interesting, and I'm just going to go with it. I've shared this before, and it's coming in so clearly to share this story real quick. Making the necessary sacrifice. I used to be an oncology nurse. And of course, I have a lot of experience of people leaving this earth plane, dying. And cancer patients, I remember almost everybody is like, oh my God, you were an oncology nurse, a cancer nurse. Oh, that's got to be the hardest job in the world. And I am just so grateful for my experiences as an oncology nurse because they truly inspired me, truly, on a daily basis. Heroes, talk about heroes, every single one of them. So strong, able to move mountains just with their thought. But the story that still remains 25 years later, the things that I remember that were the hardest wasn't the battle. It was when they stopped fighting. That was the hard moment. Because for many of them, it was like foreign. It was like a foreign language because you fight so hard, you have hope for so long. How can I just give up? This energy is coming in so beautifully in that how we can see the role of the hero, how we can see the role of the fighter, okay, the one who cannot give up, how that pattern in itself can hold us captive. So let's make the necessary changes to let go of some of the patterns. It's as easy as if you come out of your driveway and go a certain way tomorrow, over these next, when this color comes for 3 days, do the exact opposite. They call that the Costanza effect. It's an awesome episode on Seinfeld. You do the opposite of what you always done, and then it's like he starts having all these amazing experiences. How can you make the necessary sacrifice to not do what you've always done and to change it up and to shake it up? So if you always go right, like me, I'm going to be honest, I always stop at the gas stations on the right hand side. I don't know why, but I do. So look at, I'm sending myself a message. Oh, stop at the ones on the left. How interesting. How interesting that is. Face your shadow. A lot of times we don't see the hero as the shadow, but I think we're painting a picture. Anything that we're attached to can become the shadow. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? So to emerge from the cage, interesting. I meant to say cave. So are we caging yourself in by only seeing one note? Because the divine wants you To go back to that collective message, to understand the energy is all about your soul song. And you're a symphony, darling. You're not just one note. Oh no. Let's seek that hidden treasure together. Are you ready? Wow. I got goosebumps. Batman, you need to say no. Say no. Say no to constraints. Say no to the things that don't fill your cup. You do not have to do a god dang thing that you do not want to do. Do not feel forced. Do not do anything for anyone else. You have to take care of yourself right now. You need to change that pattern, that diamond in the rough. It's like the hero's journey is like, if I could just stop this person from doing this thing, okay, I get that until the next emergency. This is really reminding me of it's interesting because remember, collectively, what are the stories that are coming in? So I've been watching Lost. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Might want to check it out. It's pretty good. I'm on season 5 right now. We've been watching this at our house. This is the archetype of the doctor, where he feels that all his value is in saving others. And it's like, no, there's so much more. You are not put here just to save others. Like that is an awesome thing. Do not get me wrong. I'm not telling you to step away, but there is no have to. Just like today, I did not have to show up at 2 o'clock, even though I was feeling it. I was like, we're not going to rush this. I'm not going to put my bliss on hold. You wouldn't want that. This is inner. This is inner work. Okay. So saying no to the constraints that sometimes we create, the cages that sometimes we put ourselves in, know that that we do not need to do that. And guess what? Everything will be just fine. Everything will be just fine. Do what you love. Allow your magic to shine. Allow yourself to unwrap. Allow yourself to recover. Allow yourself to admit your vulnerabilities. Because when you're off saving the world, guess what most of the time is falling apart? You. I'm immediately thinking about someone in my life because we can often see these things. And because of this lens, I was able to see it within myself. Especially for it's a hard knock life for us, those of you in your childhood that got kicked around, that didn't feel that you had a place, that you were abandoned in many ways, that you were bullied and shamed and all these things. Okay. And it's like that Batman, that hero's journey to be able to change that for anybody. Think of Annie. It's like she goes from this rags to riches, and what does she want to do? She wants to have a party for all the girls, right? And it's just like, as good as that is, and as much as it is to save others, it's like, if you don't save yourself first, what's the point? So the divine is coming in and saying that it's time for you to get a little closer to yourself. Think about the constraints and the pressures and those shadows that lay in those, okay? What I'm trying to say is a cage is created bar after bar. It has a foundation, it has a top, it has a structure. How can you take the steps? Look at your vulnerabilities. Why do you not say no? Why do you not say no? Some of you, it's hard just to be with yourself. It's easier. That's what I was trying to say. It's easier to step into volunteering. It's easier to give yourself tasks. It's easier to pour yourself into others. And that is an awesome way to see reflection. Okay. But if it's something that you're pushing yourself so much that you don't even think about you, do you see the shadow there? Wow. I told the story just now. Just going to remind you that the hardest part was watching somebody die, to give up the fight, to let go of the fight. So we're going to read this. What's dying within you? What shadow is dying within you? How can we let it go? The divine needs your assistance, I'm hearing. Because as much as you pray for it to happen for you, this is interesting. There's a connection to pile number 2 here, and this individuality. Okay. I'm getting that buzzard, that mosaic. It's like, how can we? It's so funny. I thought I turned right to it, but I did not. Okay. So just a moment as I scan for this one. Every time I do this, I'm thinking about how I definitely should put a number on here. Okay, accept what's dying, number 42. So this is a structure of collaboration. It's like you're on this hero's journey, but you can't do everything, my friend. You just can't. Unconditional love is accepting, that others are just as valuable, right? If we're the hero and we don't see the value of all the heroes, and that we all have different superpowers, and how we can come together, for the greater good of all. It's like instead of just one person, we can have this coalition, right? All right. There's an aspect of your life is clearly coming to an end. Some area has lost your interests that you can no longer muster the enthusiasm to carry on. It's time to say no then. It's time to let it go. It's time to surrender and let things end with grace. Your divine energy is calling you to accept the natural cycles of life and death and to directly admit what's presently ending in your life and to be vulnerable. I'm getting here, be vulnerable. Admit your vulnerabilities. Take out a notebook. Okay, take out a notebook and journal. Oh, it's so powerful to take it from here and to put it on paper. That in itself is a manifestation. Let go of the sentiment and be honest and frank in your assessment of things. Do not waste time tending to a garden that simply will not grow. Do not, let's read that again. Do not waste time tending to a garden that will not grow. It's time for a big change. Face the unknown with courage and confidence. Exciting and more beautiful things await you. Here's a divine invitation. Understand that in every termination, you're crossing the threshold of rebirth on another level. Rather than prolonging or destroying what has ceased to bring life to your spirit, accept the inevitable truth that the cycle for this connection has ended, and consciously allow it to die naturally. Don't run from your emotions or deny your sorrow or fear. It's time to resign yourself to divine will and fully trust the normal rhythms of life and death. Remember, all that passes on is only a state of becoming something new. Mary says, yes, a lot of lessons learned and to be learned. Bravo. That's so true. So that is just so beautiful. So, what is the activation at you? The first collective activation is the sacred heart, to keep your heart open, to not just accept what's the first thing, to go within and to really have discernment. Okay. But there's another activation here for you, Team Pink. So we cut to Crystal Skull Wisdom. There's clarity coming. Okay. There's clarity coming and refinement. I feel that refinement. Okay. High vibrational energy is coming in because you're making room. Oh, yeah. You guys are the light coming in. I remember. Okay. You're making room. It's almost crushing. Right. Every pile, the Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Every single pile, my friends. Okay. So, what is your activation? Team Pink. Well, it's an activation in the Merkaba. Something is moving, something is changing. And this is in our abundance. Interesting that we have Thoth light codes. I find this very interesting considering what we talked about before. But Thoth light codes right there. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. So we have the divine teacher coming up, light initiation. Okay, and that's what we're trying to show you here. But there feels something more ambiguous. So I feel there's a message that wants to come up for you. Yes. Channeled message for you. Okay. I'm waiting for the message to come. Hold on. Okay, here we go. You are divine. And so there is no time like the present. A gift that many do not open. But for you, there lies a surprise when you view it with your eyes. Let the magic unfold. I just want to make sure I heard this right. Because I heard it. Let the magic unfold. Don't do as you've been told. Don't do as you've been told. Wow. That's really interesting. Is there something more here, Spirit? Okay, yes. I was like, don't do as you've been told. Okay, that's the end of your message. I'm just going to live it ambiguous there because it's not about what you've been told, it's about how you feel, it's about what you know. So look at that, what you've been told, the structures that we hold. Ah. So, what I'm trying to say is society has a certain way of doing things. Don't do as you've been told. Follow your instincts, but remember to allow others, instead of you serving all, allow the all to come in to serve you. Beautiful. My dog wants to come in. Are we complete with this pile? No, we're not. Is there another message that wants to come through? Gosh, I can feel like a block. There's a block. All right. Show and do. Can we assist with this block right now? So much healing in this oracle, my friends. Do you want to show me? Okay. Do you want to channel? All right, we have a message to undo a block. Is this correct? Hmm. Okay. You can hear my dog wants to come in, right? I'm going to let him in because he's sensing something. Don't think I'm crazy. Hi, bud. Remember, let others service you. So he's coming in, sniffing around. Interesting, isn't it? Hmm. Maybe you should get a puppy. I'm getting a yes. A cat, a puppy. Aw, someone that can help save you. Aw. Okay. Is there is that the message? Can you confirm? Literally, that was the message. Wow. So how my dog was outside the door wanting to come in. Wow. I just gotta double check. Okay. Do you have my highest good in mind? Is the mess Are we complete with pile number 3? Please confirm. Okay. No. So we avoid that trickster energy. Okay. All right. But I was like, what? All right. So channeled message to help with the black. Okay. Did we already channel this message? Okay. Just making sure because we channeled another message for you. All right. So here we go. Since the dawn of man, wow. Since the dawn of man, you have been taught what you can. Okay. But I heard it toth what you can. This is really coming in about language. Okay. Okay. So is there more to your message? Okay. Is the message complete? Okay, the message is complete. So what I'm getting here, there's a block, okay, and it needs to be spoken. So when Toth comes in, this is the energy that talks about the spoken word. He was the scribe who helped with the spoken word, okay, and this has a lot to do with that soul song as well, okay, but this is all about you speaking up and having something to say, okay? And when you do that, not only are you the hero for others, but it allows you for the others to feel fulfilled. Do you understand? It like ricochets back. And it's all about it's something you speak, okay? Um, something that you speak. For some of you, I'm getting for it's the arts. Mhm. That's what I was getting. So speak instead of worrying about saving others and being that hero, allow your creativity of expression so that you can give that to yourself. This is your true superpower. Wow. And I love it because now we are complete. Yeah. Now we're complete. Okay. Wow. I mean, look at my pendulum's going crazy. So it's like that is yeah, Maria, it's all in my book. I love it. So it's really about this hero journey and how we feel we have to save everybody else. And I love that because we understand the journey. It's a hard knock life. You see within others. But like I was talking about, and I never went back to it, there's a person in my life. And what I saw what was happening is that this particular person was spending so much time saving everybody that they were getting more and more out of touch on what they truly needed themselves. When we put our eyes on others, it's not a bad thing, but it can create a crutch on how we can walk forward on our journey. Okay? Because there will always be people to help. But the more that we can assist ourselves first, the better we can step forward. And so for you, I'm getting expression. It's all about your expression, which is so beautiful because it's everything that you need for yourself. Gorgeous. 22228. Look at that. Now we move on to the last pile. I wish I lost my pen. We're moving on to the last pile. Here we are at 30438. So balance, structure, and then alignment. And isn't that Maria, list what your book is called. She's going to let us know so that we can offer it to everybody that comes here because I cannot wait to read her book either. It's going to be amazing. Talk about legacy. All right. So for you, pal number 4, we've got the medicine cards coming in. We've got fast moving energy coming in again. You are the color purple. Oh my God. As soon as I say the color purple, a whole bunch of wave of energies came in as I literally reflected back to the movie, The Color Purple. And this is so part of your pile because we are talking about the throat chakra and the root chakra. So collectively, we have our root chakra activation. Make sure you go to the collective part, okay? And we're playing Candyland. And then the next part is you get to move to purple. Now, I just told you it's a throat chakra activation. So a lot of people think, oh, purple right here. Yes, but it's through the activation of stepping into your true authenticity that expands your vision. Okay. So it's this element of fire and ice, the balance of both, and really allowing this expansion. Okay. And this is one day. This is the fastest energy. Okay. The fastest energy. I feel it's going to happen in the mental body. Okay. I pre shuffled. We got the squirrel here. And the squirrel talks about collaborating with integrating energies, allowing the integration, because what happens is we can get stuck a little bit if we don't allow the recovery. We can get stuck in this mental mindset. Gotta find the nut, gotta find the nut, gotta find the nut, gotta find the nut. And what I'm actually got in my mind's eye as I'm saying that is I'm thinking of the movie Dr. Dolittle with the puppy. Throw the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. This is the energy that I'm feeling right at the forefront. Okay. When I was in your energy, I could feel snap, crackle, pop kind of feeling deep in my heart chakra. Deep in there, I could feel some crinkly, clackly. Okay. And then I had what felt like honey. I wrote down a slow meld. And then I could feel prickly at times. Pile number 4, I was getting massage is a good thing for you. Okay. Um, and then I was getting, it felt like, oh, when you go for a massage, this was I writing down. Not only massage is good for you, but when you go for a massage, it's like how they work that knot, right? And then they pull it out. This is what I was feeling in your energy. I was also getting jittery, and I never really channel this, but I was getting avoid caffeine on this day, okay? Because it's going to make it even worse. Feeling very jittery, jumpy. This is a mental and this is a mental body activation. Okay, this is all about integrating energies. So I was also getting smells like yours, like when a match goes out, So what this is telling me with that slow meld, that honey and a match, someone lights a match and it goes out, it kind of cleanses the space. Okay. How fortunate one day. So don't get lost in the mental. Stay here in your heart chakra. Okay. I do have a channeled message for you, pal number 4, when this comes, which is at the end of the 3 weeks, literally. Okay. It's at the end of the 3 weeks. You might want to come back and listen. But I could feel your heart. I could feel heartache and the effects and it affects. Okay, I could feel the heartache. Excuse me. I could feel my heart aching and how that affects what you hear. That and my neck was extremely tender. Okay, absolutely rest. Rest on this day. Do not push yourself. Okay, this is coming up at this end of the 3 weeks. This is the purple. This is about energies that are integrating. And why are we going on all these? Go back to the collective message. There definitely are some messages that are meant for you back at the beginning. So if you're just checking in, that's okay. Definitely want to go back to that. All right, so let's get into it. 6 shuffles. Okay. We start with that squirrel. We start with that mental body. Okay. Really knowing like the vibration of the squirrel and being in touch with the animals. And what I've learned about the squirrel is there's a fine line of because most of the time the squirrels gather things and they bury their nuts, and most of the time they never discover that. So, this is about using your time and energy wisely, and you're getting to rest. You're at the top of your heap. You don't need that nut. Okay? That's what I'm getting. You don't need that nut. So, here's the armadillo. This is an ending to really collaborate with your abundance here, to really go within. Look at it's like that shell. Go within that shell on this day, you know, and really kind of fortify. I'm getting fortify your energy. Very interesting. Okay. Be aware. This is so interesting how this oracle is coming in. I'm just gonna go with it, okay? But be aware because I feel every animal is showcasing you something. And this is the medicine. This is the medicine of each one. And it's like the skunk, he doesn't want to release its smell. And isn't this interesting that I told you smells like a match, like a clearing, okay? The skunk, if forced, will absolutely release its juices to create the foul smell, and that's its protection. But it does everything in its power to not do that. Sounds interesting, or is it? Yeah, in a paperback. Oh, we're talking about Maria. Daughter dearest, give me the joy of your life and stop grieving, please. The title might change. It's so long it covers grief, but so much more. Yeah. Okay. So the skunk, he does everything in its power, but it's so interesting that no matter what the skunk does, ultimately it is remembered for its foul smell. So let's just keep moving. But that's like the magic here. That's magic right there. Is you're integrating. Okay. All right. The horse. Allow yourself to feel free. Okay. In particular, the yellow horse is coming up here, the palomino, the patches. Okay. It's like you need, like, that's what I'm seeing, this brown horse with the white patches. And it's like you got to have this balance, this recovery. You can't push and not come back and recover. It can really throw things off. And as I'm looking at this horse and I'm talking about the horse and we're talking about the vibration and the frequency, the nuances of the vibration, it's very easily for a horse to feel caged. Okay, because a lot of times they forget the free run, to just be free and run. And so this is really what's coming in. Allow yourself to be freed, not boxed in, not feeling like there's something you have to do. See things from a different perspective. Balance is what you want to capture, or you want to attach to anything at this on this day, which allows you to feel balanced, okay, grounded. Routines that make you feel grounded and balanced is what's really coming in here, okay? And it's like the magic here is the structure balance and how you can create this structure yourself. And it's all about cutting off that coral, that nervous stimuli. And this is what I was getting. There's a pattern on this particular day. On this particular day, okay, for those that seek the knowledge of this purple, there's a mental pattern that wants to integrate and kind of take you for a ride. But the spider is like, no, create your own pattern. Okay? Create your own pattern. Don't allow the web, don't allow the mental chatter to get in between. Okay? Because this particularly, the mental body is all about the quality of your divine feminine. And what did we say here? That this whole next 3 weeks is about the divine feminine authentically stepping in to bring in balance. And sometimes with when we have an injured masculine, it is hard to take that rest. It literally is like forcing you, okay? And so we don't want you to get sick, we don't want you to snap, we don't want you to go through any mental fatigue. It's this is just kind of a warning. I feel it's more it feels like a warning to me, okay? Yeah, listen, listen, keep that antenna, follow your intuition. The moose is about the bellow, okay? The bellow, the advice. Listening now to the advice from spirit to really take the rest, okay? Wow, because you're integrating some energies. Now, I think this is really important because I'm getting to go back, which is interesting to go back to where we started, which was what happened before I came on here. I had a very surreal experience getting ready for this oracle. And I know it because I tried to do this oracle the other night and it happened, and I thought something freaky just happened, and then it happened again. When I set the space for this, there's this a routine. I set a space, I send the flames, okay, because I'm very sensitive. So all this can get in the way of me pulling truth forward. All right. So we set a space, I send the flames, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I did that and it was major. Like every time I have dealt with some heavy energies, but let me tell you, it was major, okay? So much that I thought it kinda took a little life of its own a little bit, and so I just grounded myself and got there. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna notice, okay? You're going to notice, and this is probably just an expansion because as as you grow and align, and as you step into your mastery, my friends, what happens is you feel those experiences even more. Okay. So it's like as we take the step in evolution, we continue to kind of push what we perceive are limits. And so this energy is coming in, really kind of look at it as a test to test your mental quality, the actions you're going to take. Okay. And you'll know if it's out of sync for you, if it's kind of turning into, if you're questioning it, trust your instincts. Okay. Trust your instincts. All right. So we did all the shuffling. We've got the bat here. This is about your star power, really. Okay. And it's just like you're gonna know. It's just gonna come. There's just gonna be a shift. You're gonna enter a structure, collaborate. You're gonna collaborate with the structure. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It really kind of is. Okay. Look at the bat. We just talked about Batman. We seem to have a story building up here. Okay. So it's like we're ready to emerge from that bat cave, and you will know that sonar, and I'm getting a smell. So it could just be, it's really interesting because they say some smells elicit certain responses. And I'm not surprised because smell is the strongest one tied to our memory. So is it possible that on this particular day that you will smell something that will trigger the memory, which could set off kind of a pattern of the past? Okay? All right. So it's like you'll know. You'll know when this comes up. Okay? All right. So let's look at what's going on here. Keep that owl close. Second time the owl is showing its face. So keep this owl close. Keep the perspective. Okay. How can you see things from other points of view? So, for instance, I like to share a lot about different things that I've learned in my journey. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in my journey is when my husband will get upset. A lot of times I think I've done something wrong. This is from my trauma. So I'm automatically causing a little bit more stress for myself and for him by being like, why are you mad at me? Why are you taking it out on me? And it must be because I'm safe to him, right? But not all the time is it perceived that way from me. For me, it feels hurtful and crushing. So what I've been getting more skilled at is to remember that that's just his experience when he's fearful, when he's feeling the anxiety. And it's not something he's pushing on me, but rather it's kind of like a mirror, right? How is his behavior reflecting a shadow within me? That's really what it's about. Okay. So this is coming to the forefront because if you want to root in with the one, and we have this collective root chakra, which is all about feeling safe and connected, we need to keep the perspective. What are we catching? I feel that there is this wisdom. I really do. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? Is what I'm hearing. So, how many licks will it take for you to see that this is just mental chatter, that something is integrating, to allow to take a deep breath and to allow time to integrate, okay? To not assume. Very important because spirit is telling you we're bringing in this fertility, we're bringing in this balance. Don't allow the fear of being hunted. And I know you feel that, and you have every reason to feel it. I validate that. But don't let that define who you are. Spirit is saying this balance is coming in. We're bringing it in for you. Don't allow, and this is the healing. This healing is actually about surrendering to that magic. Truly. Wow. This makes so much sense to me. This energy that I'm feeling, this energy, this like I cannot even make it. Okay. This mental, because the hummingbird is the epitome of the mental body. The hummingbird is the epitome of masculine energy. It gives everything to get to the next source to be able to sustain itself. And this is literally what this pattern is about. It's about you knowing that the flower is right in front of you, that you have everything you need and you are so beautifully made that you can, like the hummingbird's heart beats over 1,200 times a minute. 1,200 times flutters. That's why it appears to never stop. But the hummingbird, if it wants, and it does, when it does rest, it can slow and put itself into what's called a stupor. I don't remember the official name, but it can slow its heart rate all the way down to like 80 beats per minute. Okay, this is the quality of the hummingbird to be able to do what it needs to do to make it to that next feeding because it literally drives the mechanics of who it is. And this is what spirit is saying here. It's like being at one with your structure, knowing that everything will come in as it is meant to be. Hold tight. Oh God. This is just such a message for my family right now. It's like, as we undo, it's like, oh my God, do any of you feel like everything is falling apart? I'm here to tell you it's falling in place, and it's scary as shit. It is so scary. Don't allow yourself to fall victim to the mental chatter, okay? That you're not deserving, that it's not going to work out. You've got to stay fast. Hold true to your heart. Stay out of here and stay here, because the mind, my friends, there's nothing wrong with the mind. I'm not here to tell you about, I don't believe in any of that crap about ego death or any of that, whatever. I say crap because uh, there's a reason that it serves purpose, obviously, or it wouldn't be there. But, and however, shoot, what was I just saying? Dang it, it'll come back. Um, oh, here it is. It's not about the mind. The mind is like part computer, if you will. It runs the it is the brain is part of the neurological system and is all based on stimuli and nerve endings and relay of response. Correct? So the brain, it only knows what it knows. Do you have to program right now how to breathe in and out? No, it's automatic. You automatically breathe. Your brain automatically allows your blood to flow in your vessels and automatically allows for the distribution and the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, do you understand? Like, we don't have to think that out. We don't have to think that out. It's automatic. But so are some of our responses. So are some of our mental responses. This is why they call it the autonomic system. And the autonomic system is based on the fear or flight patterns. Okay. And it can only create patterns of fear based on what was previously felt. Right. So the brain only knows what it knows. So when we say we're integrating, when we say hold the mental chatter, what we're saying is hold the recode. Recode. Don't have to fall into those patterns and those pits. We can actually recode and redo. That's the beautiful thing about our nervous system, is that we can grow new pathways. Okay? And that's what's coming in here. So I love this. And here is the possum. What we're rooting in is this possum energy. That number 23, we're closing off that neurological system, the fight or flight response. Okay. Uh, and what we're doing is we're getting a healing there so that we can step in our individuality. Okay. A lot of this is going to come at night for you. I am feeling dreams are really important. You wake up a little earlier to write down what's coming in, what you're experiencing at night, whether you're tossing and turning. Are you seeing anything? Are you lucid dreaming? I feel it's very important, okay? Because this particular possum is very alert. It's not playing dead because it's not afraid. And that's what I'm getting from you here. In a lot of ways, for some of you, some of this will feel like a pullback. Okay. Some of you will feel like you're losing something, and that's because you are. And every time we lose something, something new comes, right? Something new comes. But what's really interesting here is you're losing something that scares you. You're losing something that keeps you from taking the steps that are of your for your highest good. You're losing something that's holding you, I feel it, prisoner. Okay? You're recoding your DNA. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do. But at this moment, at this juncture, we got to keep that it's not about the emotions here. It's about the mental. It's about your mental being. So you've really, over these next 3 weeks, my friends, can you please take lots of time of rest? Please. Okay? I feel it's so important. Hmm. It's so interesting as I look at this and I feel it. You're growing into these new wings. So it almost feels like this is the energy, and we have the eagle wisdom as well right now. And all these energies, I can feel them all coming together. And it's like, in a lot of ways, it kind of feels like a molt, like you're shaking something off. And for a moment, just like when birds let go of their feathers, they become extremely vulnerable. And, for ducks, for instance, when they go through a molt, it appears to be really painful. I don't know if that is painful for the ducks, but I can tell you what is painful is that they're more vulnerable when they're bare. Okay. But it's temporary. It's temporary. And it's part of that rebirth process. So it's like we've got to kind of lose it all in order to start fresh and new. And that can be really freaking scary, right? Yeah, I hear you, Mary. I hear you. So, what's the activation coming in for you? Okay, the sword of light is coming in. And what this really means is, yeah, breakthrough energy. You're so taken care of. Don't allow yourself to go. It's so interesting. Don't go in pastures that are not yours. And I'm like, and then I've got like California cows. That is so funny. That commercial, I love it. And that's what's coming in. Everyone's happy, and California cows are happy. It's like, look at interesting the defense. Okay, Fantasy Island. Okay, I love Fantasy Island. That's what it came through, like, in Fantasy Island, I'm totally aging myself. The plane, little tattoo. But I'm hearing defense. So be alert of your defense, okay? How you reacting when you're in this mental time. Because can I just be honest? As somebody that is very aware of this, it is in these times of this mental integration, and it can be kind of anxiety ridden. Okay, it is anxiety ridden actually. We can create shadows in others on how we deal with that. So it's just really important over these next 3 weeks to not box yourself in, to take lots of time to relax, to to focus on the things that make you feel full. We've been kind of talking about this as we've gone along, and that's because purple, you're definitely connected to some other colors. There's not one person that's just purple. If I'm wrong, tell me. Challenge. um, and that's because it's a culmination. And don't you love that? Don't you love that as we're talking about the color purple? If you've seen that movie, The Color Purple is a story about this on the building blocks, on the building blocks of that particular of that's a great movie. I feel like that could inspire something. I just keep thinking of what's her face? I'm so bad. Oprah. I'm thinking about her role and how she was battered and how she kind of just has this moment. Doesn't she snap? I'm kind of trying to forget, but I'm pretty sure she snaps. And when she does that, she does something that she can't take back. Now, if you create those cages and you feel like an animal at one point, you're bound to act like one. Interesting that we're talking about all this, aren't we? We have the animals here with the medicine. And ultimately, we all can feel caged. Ultimately, we all have vibrations that serve the highest of all. But then we also have vibrations that don't. So look at this, the owl is coming in with its claws. It is a bird of prey. And so And from the owl's perspective, that's amazing. It's not really the best though for the bunny. You understand? How can we change the perspective? How can we use the archetypes shown here in the animals? How can we use the energy? And you've been brought here with purpose so that you can do this because you got this. Okay, you got this. Your team has brought you here because you've got some movement in that car of yours. Okay, you've got some movement in that car of yours. So, what is that activation for you? It feels like I have to. Sacred inner space. Now, look at that down in the hips. So, this root activation, which is collective for all of us. But then look at, we go all the way up. If we were to see this as a person, we see all this energy. Really look at this card, and it takes us all the way up to here. I've definitely, as a healer, as someone that works with the chakras, there is definitely 100% there is a connection to all of our chakras, okay? But there definitely is a huge connection between your sacral chakra and your third eye. And so, as we talk about you stepping in, this is a throat chakra activation, but do you see how they work like Power Rangers? Okay. Power Rangers coming together. Interesting. There is no purple Power Ranger, but maybe you'll be the first one. Hmm. They come together and they create these megazords, right? So let's go ahead and look at this activation because I feel like this activation is going to provide you even more information. Okay. Maybe we'll look at this activation. I'm looking for the book, guys. Okay. Yeah, you're the first one to read out of the activation. So it's the activation that comes. Look at, I turned right to it. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to hold this up because I feel that there's energy just in this oracle card. Sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. The sacral chakra is found below the belly button and is the energetic space that governs our reproductive system and all forms of expression connected to it. Everything from our sexuality to our capacity to express the tender, more sacred parts of ourselves is connected to this chakra. It's governed by water, and so it helps us to move with the flow of life in order to express our most authentic self. This card transports us to the sacred inner space. It shows an inner temple with flowing water and lots of soft colors coming from a blooming lotus. This encourages us to see that our sacred parts are beautiful energetic gateways in which we can express and manifest pure life force. Here's a message for you. You're being guided to a gateway of your sacred self. This is an opportunity to recognize the more tender and vulnerable aspects that are excuse me, aspects of your being that hold great power. Honor the sacred within. Reclaim any parts of yourself that you have disconnected from or abandoned. If you want to experience more love and belonging, look within. There's a huge lesson in finding love within yourself. Realize that false narratives have been floating around your energetic field. Yeah. And so that mental is that energy. It feels like a shadow energy, to be honest. It feels like a trauma. It's different for all of us. I mean, I see shadows as trauma on all timelines. Sometimes we can't even define what they are. But it's this energy, it's fighting for your attention. And it's kind of like that wolf story. You got one wolf on one shoulder and one on the other. Which one are you going to feed? It's kind of like that. Or the angel and the devil. I don't know, but you see what I'm saying? Which one are you going to feed? And it's like the center. Feed yourself. Feed yourself. Okay? Recover. Realize that false narratives have been floating around your energetic field, stories that have discouraged you from expressing yourself. You may have even been lied to or told you aren't beautiful. This card is here to remind you that you're beautiful. And more importantly, you create beauty in the world. Recognize that you hold the power of the universe within and find your flow. Don't let the mental chatter decide. Don't let the mind to decide because that's the cage, my friends. It only knows what it knows. There's nothing wrong with that. 33838, 31111. Balance, align, align. Okay? What I mean by that, balance, align, align within you. Find the balance and align to the aligned you. And how do we do that? By deciding what we're going to feed. Okay? And everything you need is within. You've got a community to support you. You've got guidance. Your team has brought you here so that you can see the perspectives. Okay? And I'm with you. You're not alone. I know all four cards are mine. I already know. I already know. I feel so much kismet. Okay, with all of the oracle today. It's been a beautiful time together. But are we finished with pile number 4? I knew we weren't going to be because we've been getting messages every time. Okay. Is there do you want to show us something, spirit? Would you like to channel a message for pile number 4? Okay. But before I do so, I'm being reminded to share. Remind to share. What? Yeah, being reminded to share a message. I think I might have forgotten. It's over to the left. I can see it in my notebook. Okay, here it is. Remind you of the message that I feel the heartache and it affects how you hear. When your heart aches, it affects how you hear yourself. Tender neck rest. For some of you, it's gonna be quite a trying time, but I know you're gonna get through it. I can feel. Is this one person? Oh, okay, I can. The word that comes is anguish. Yes, anguish. I'm hearing look up the word anguish. Okay. Is there something you want to show me for pile number 4? Is there something you would like to channel for pile number 4? Yes. Okay. Right away, as I am getting ready to listen to this message, a spirit is reminding me to talk it out. Let me know. I'm ready to receive this message. I could feel my breath. Like I feel tightness across my chest. It's actually a little hard to take a breath. And I feel that deep. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it feels like wings, okay? I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. So, and it and right away, I'm being reminded of the movie, Flick, the little girl that has the wings and she keeps trying to use them and they're not ready yet. Mm, is this part? Okay. So like there's this fear of like falling apart and fear of everything. Like I'm hearing like, what is this all for? Okay, this is really like for some of you a mental breakdown. I'm getting yes. But it's not. It feels like it. I feel a lot of tears. Yeah. There's something that really gets you and it's like let it out. But watch the messages that you say to yourself. It's really interesting because I keep getting this analogy with the angels. Okay. And the analogy is that, that there are good angels and there are bad angels, right? I mean, that's what they say. Which one are you going to feed? But ultimately, pile number four, you already know that you're both. And it's time to step into your new wings. And it's a little scary to do something that you've never done before. But you're going in with your eyes wide open. You have nothing to fear. I keep feeling like wanting to hold my heart. It literally feels tender here, literally. But this is the expansion. This is the breakthrough. And as those energies that break through, because remember, this takes us to the beginning of all of this. When we started on orange, we said the heart is the center. It's where the energy comes in. It is the highway. It decides where everything's going to go. And this creates this breakthrough, and it doesn't get stuck in certain areas. Like there's this stagnant energy and it doesn't get stuck there. Okay. So really just pull through, allow what comes up. It comes up. I'm feeling ugly cry. I'm feeling shouting, like sore throat, like really like I can I can identify. I'm just gonna say I've been there more than once. And it is so helpful to have those moments. So just allow it and don't think that you're broken. It's like the energies just need to integrate, they need to go through. Yeah. Is there more to this message? Like my team's like going crazy here. There's more, okay. Allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to be held. It's okay to I can actually hear my daughter saying this video. That's this video from a while ago. Not this one, different one. Hi, sweetie. Um, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. And that's it. You can do this. You can do anything for one day. You can do anything for one day, and it can change the course of everything. It's not falling apart, it's falling together. You can do hard things. Mm. My heart is with you. Okay, here we are. That's a finisher. Let me tell you, this was a doozy. You got to come back and let me know how this information, how this energy forecast assists you. You got to tell me the things that make sense after the fact. Doesn't matter. Come back to this thread. We're a community. Let's support each other. All right. If you want more information about readings, the Cambaran, the Rosary, any of the things, message me. Okay. I'm here for you. I am working kind of a lot on the food truck. I am balancing some things, but at the same point in time, I will definitely get back to you. Maria, I got your message. Let me know if you want to talk more about that. Okay. There's a lot of flexibility. So I know that some of the structures, because I know you were interested in the classes, I'm willing to work with people one on one to do the flow, but everything has been set up divinely to go with the um, the flow of this year. But Maria, I can't help. You've already had some of these attunements, so it is possible that the recovery that you're doing, you let me know. I think it's very possible that Spirit has already allocated for that because I'm remembering that you have a couple of the attunements that um, are potentially in, I think, the rosary. You let me know. Okay. Let me know. This has been such a pleasure. I can't wait to connect with you guys soon. I know there's Animal Wisdom coming soon. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And yeah, I anyway, my mind is still blown, okay, at the energy of you, the spectacularness of who all of you are. So thank you very much. I will talk to you all very soon.